Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It is your boy, Doggie Diamonds. Doggie Diamonds TV. Uh, I don't know where everybody's at. I got an idea, I think, where everybody's at. Y'all over there watching homies spaz out on people. Uh, it's hilarious to me. It's funny to me, but I felt like talking about something tonight, so I jumped on. And tonight I'm not by myself. I want to talk about movies and just a little different spill tonight. I'm tired of talking about rappers. I'm tired of talking about all that stuff. I want to talk about movies tonight. Cause we got all these movies and all this stuff out, but I'm not by myself tonight. And some of y'all might remember her, and some might not, but we got Coco in the building. What's going on?
Hey, old friends. I hope they remember me. What's going on?
Yeah, it's like you all froze really quick. Hold on one second. Let me see why you
Okay.
froze it a little bit. All right.
I don't
There you
know.
go. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Oh, hey, everybody.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be my Skype or something like that be acting stupid because then you'll be froze and then you'll just be unfrozen for a minute. I don't know what this is all about. Like Skype just wants to act weird because you're froze right now, but you're not
I
froze.
see myself froze. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if that
Like
makes
I'm
any
not
sense.
in the. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so you'll come into I think frame in a minute. That's it? All right, yeah, there she goes. Yeah. See, then you
Yeah. I
froze
think.
again. What's going on, man? Like, I don't know what's happening. Maybe you'll just hey man, well,
Maybe
whatever.
maybe
Yeah.
I can pay
It,
my bill.
yeah, it'll work out whatever it works. So, you work and do music, do music. See? My mind is messed up from this music stuff. You work with blackfilm.com.
That is correct. I work for blackfilm.com as a media correspondent
And you talk about movies,
all the time.
but your movie genre is not horror. You don't like horror.
I hate horror and I hate gore, and I will not approach it in any capacity. I just do not like it at all.
So how you don't watch Saw? You don't like Saw?
Because I watch Saw, so I know I don't like Saw because I don't understand why y'all watch that on purpose. That is craziness. That is psychopathic nonsense.
So am I off because I watch Saw?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Am I off
Like
because
I don't understand what's to enjoy about it. Like people just getting like hacked and like torture.
I
It's just
love it?
it's crazy.
There be a lot of jewels in there though, because it's like Saw is very karmatic. Is that a word, karmatic? Am I getting freaky?
Climactic
Karmatic, like
or
karma.
karmatic or karmatic. Yes, that's a word.
Oh,
Sure. Yeah, yeah.
see, my vocabulary is
No, that's a word. Yeah, I believe so.
my
Yeah.
vocabulary is upper echelon
Look it up.
around here. But yo, it's about like karma. So that's why I like Saw. So you don't like Final Destination either?
I like uh I like using it as a reference. Like I find a destination is very interesting. Like it is in terms of like life and what we are destined to be about and become and have to endure. Final destination just tells you like, yo, if you're supposed to be dead, you're gonna be dead.
So how you don't like Saw, but you watch Final Destination?
Well, I think that yeah, they basically have the same type of premise in that way. Like just sort of like, hey, want to play a game? Like you're gonna get out,
No,
you're not
but
gonna get
no,
out.
no, no. But Final Destination is really, really a little bit
It
more
is,
spooky because it's like you ever look at
yeah,
them
you might,
stairs and you be like, "There's
yeah.
a possibility I'm gonna walk down these stairs one day and completely break my neck," and that's
But
what
see,
Final Destination is.
to me, Final Destination, I think it's a little bit better in that genre because Final Destination is like you might be a self checkout and it's like all of a sudden you just get electrocuted.
That's what I'm saying. Like you be like, "Yo, how many times do I get to shave my face with this water running?" You know what I'm saying? Like, how many times do I get to use this razor with this water running? I've
All
been
of a
really,
sudden.
really pushing the envelope with this. And then that one time you get the shock of your life, literally. So I like Saw. I've watched every last Saw movies. I love genre horror is my favorite genre, all the way from I love vampire movies. I love zombie movies, all the way from Dawn of the Dead to I love every zombie movie. And I'm talking about the first Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead. Zombies, once they started running a little bit, it was, like come on, man, you can't be no
Like
zombie and run.
I can mess with it. Like I think even like with the when they did Walking Dead, I liked it until they started with the episode started to get more into like exploring like love themes and things like that. And I'm just like,
That's what
it's
I'm
a
talking
zombie
about. Come on,
apocalypse.
man.
Like, why are we in love in this?
How you getting boxed during the
Yeah,
zombie apocalypse? Like, it's the
exactly.
last thing you think about. It's some stinking zombie and you trying to bust ass during the zombie apocalypse. No, but see, I like all horror movies. I think the only issue that I had with horror is when they started just ODing and saying, Jason, and then it's like Jason rebirth and he done got killed 1,600
Yeah.
times and then he's back. I was like, all right, come on. And then Jason's in space and all right, y'all OD. But I love horror. Like The Conjuring. Come on. You ever saw The Conjuring?
I don't think I saw it,
Amityville?
but I feel like I should have seen it. And Amityville, I know, is another classic horror movie, and I know I saw it when I was a kid.
The
Have not seen it
Exorcist?
recently. Definitely saw The Exorcist, yeah, because that was with the bed and everything. Yeah, I saw that.
Yo, I like any Ouija board movie too. Any Ouija board movie is like,
Those I can see because they start to kind of like mess with spirituality a little bit, where it kind of like messes with your head. So that I can kind of dig that because it's a little more heady. Like I dig that.
I'm talking about when you dealing with Amityville. It's like you in the crib and you in there for dolo, and it's just come on, man. If I'm not talking about an apartment. I'm talking about a house that has different, areas of the house, and it has an attic, it has a basement, it has a backyard, and you just hear, and you're like,
Let me go check it out.
no. See, that's saltine stuff. We don't do
Okay,
that.
we don't do
What
that.
the saltines do. So my thing is, you're in the house for dolo, and you hear, and you're like, yo, hold on. I'm here for dolo, but see now, I've always grabbed the gun. Like that's just like, hold on.
Loading it up.
Yeah, no, it's already loaded. I always have grabbed the gun, no matter where I've lived. Grab the gun. There is no way that I'm going to go see what's going on without the gun, because whatever it is going to get shot. So it's no who's there. Nah, no, we don't do that. Who's there? If you there, you straight up and down better bounce because I'm going to pop you.
Yeah.
Then you ever had it? Well, you're African. Y'all don't allow dogs in the house, right?
No, we don't. Matter of fact, somebody just asked me that today. They were like something about a dog. I was like, we don't. I'm African. Like, what? I don't even understand this conversation. A dog in the house. Like, what?
Yeah.
The dogs are in the road. They belong to the village, the neighborhood. They don't like come inside. You don't feed them. They feed themselves.
So they don't get to lick your face and
No. That you don't even know. No. No.
All right.
I'm coming around though, because there are some dogs that I do like now. I have learned that I like some dogs.
Small dog.
Yeah, I specifically dogs that of people that I've gotten to meet their dogs. Not like, like, hey, little Fluffy in the street, let me go ahead and kiss you on the mouth, and certainly never ever kissing them on the mouth. But I do like a specific type of dog. I like I found out I like Australian, what is it called? Australian German Shepherd, I think it is called.
I don't like no German Shepherds. German Shepherds used to be police dogs. I don't like no German Shepherd. They used to be police dogs. Every time I picture a German Shepherd, they was biting black people. So I just don't. Yeah, I don't like German Shepherds as a staff, record label, and a crew. You know what I'm saying? I just did the whole breed can go to hell. But back to horror. So you have it might be times where you have a dog or you have a cat and they just start wilding and you like, and then you got this little thing in your head that animals can detect spirits and stuff. So you're like, what is he barking at? Then they might look at the wall and bark or something like that. You're like,
I think I believe that though. I think I do.
So it's like, if you're not going sick of my man, like I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? You better save yourself. And then you have like, you never saw Cujo?
Oh, have you ever seen? I'll tell you what. Have you seen White Dog?
No, that's a scary movie.
White Dog is a movie about a racist dog. That
you serious?
No, you're lying. I'm dead at. No, this is the best movie ever. It's one of my favorite movies of all time because it's so ridiculous. It's like, that's a white dog, and they have to like try to get it to like retrain it to like reprogram it to not hate black people. But it's so campy and ridiculous. But it's one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life. It is up there. It's called White Dog.
White Dog. But is it new, like in this time?
No. This is one of them like 70s movies. I'll find it.
Blaxploitation?
Wherever it is. Yes, wherever it is, we're gonna get it. Because I'm gonna make sure that we have it. I think that's something that we should all watch as a family.
Oh, a White Dog, okay.
It's called White Dog.
I mean, I don't have an issue with dogs per se until he just decides he wants to just brain himself in the living room in front of everybody. Like, yo, my man, did you
They be
just?
doing that.
Yeah, like it's like 6 people in here. Did you just decide that you just wanted to lick your Johnson? Like you couldn't just go you couldn't go in the room and just give yourself neck? Like what are we doing here?
Then they sniff buds,
Yeah, that's it.
like
Well,
randomly.
what I learned was, and this is a crazy, weird segue, but I heard that it's some type of hormone in there that they can detect something where
Like
I'm serious.
stillness.
Like that's how they greet each other. It's something in the air.
Let me smell your booty. Are you
Yeah,
okay?
word. It's like, yo, what's really good? Yo, what you doing? Let me smell your ass. What's your
Are you
oh
good?
you're not. Let me like, yo, let me smell your ass. What's
That's
nah, you ate
why.
all the cookies yesterday. Y'all I smell it in your
Right?
ass. You know what I'm saying? Like what are we doing? Like,
What is happening?
yeah, imagine just being human, just what all right, let's chill. So Saw. I
Yeah.
like Saw. I like movies where it's like a brain teaser where it's like, what is this about? And what I like about Saw is you gotta out. You always gotta out. Just the out is not all that great.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
So it's like either, eat your leg off or just die. It's on you. But
I don't. I choose death.
but either you gotta eat your leg off or die. And eating your leg off, only reason why you gotta eat your leg off because you hit somebody with a car and you broke their leg and you left them there.
So there's like
It's
consequences, of course.
always
So
some
yeah,
karmatic.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
Right, right, right.
So
Yeah.
you gotta get into it. You gotta get into Saw. So my thing is, the new Saw is called Spiral. It's from the book of Saw. Now, in this we have Chris Rock and we have Samuel Jackson in this new one. I didn't see it. I actually want to go to the movie theater to see this. I haven't been in the movie theater in a month Sundays, and I want to go to the movie
They're
theater.
open.
Yeah, I want to go to the movie theater and see this. Just something about the atmosphere of the movie theater makes you pay attention. If I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. If I'm in the crib and I watch a movie, instantaneous nap. It's just like, yo, let me put this on so I can go to sleep. You know what I'm
No,
saying? Like,
yeah, it'll take me like probably twice as long a time to watch a movie because I'm always. It's not even naps for me. It's like ADHD. So like I really just cannot focus. There's always something going on.
man, oh yeah, the movie Would You Rather too. Yeah, that was another movie. But I watched it took me about 10 years to watch the movie True Lies with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jamie Lee Curtis. I just didn't. It just took
I
me a long. It took me a
I
long
know I
time.
saw that. I forget how that went, but I did see that.
Yeah, so they were both spies, but to hell with them. Um, so so I'm wondering how. I know it's gonna be funny, and one thing I don't like about comedy in horror, I don't like it. So it always bothered me. Like Freddy Krueger, when he had like this little light humor, it was cool. But then when he was trying to be funny, I was like,
Yeah.
it kind of ruined it to me. But
Well, what
um,
about like campy stuff that's kind of like more like Chucky? Because that's the stuff that makes me fun. Like it's not that scary. It's just silly. Like that's cool to me.
it started out a
Hmm.
little scary
Hmm.
because it's a damn doll. Like it was like Annabelle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
right,
no, we
right.
all listen. Everybody has had a doll in their crib that it was like,
Like I know you was talking to me, and I
yeah,
know
I
you was
know.
moving, and
Why is
not
that?
there 5 minutes
Like how?
ago.
Like yo, didn't I put that doll downstairs? How that doll got back upstairs?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody has had that doll that is just like really, really creepy. But Chucky, Leprechaun, they like I said, when it starts getting trying to be funny, it's not that funny.
Yeah,
But
there's a fine line. Yeah. Hmm.
it's not funny. But I hope Chris Rock and Samuel Jackson don't mess this up. I mean, I like movies. Seven. You never saw Seven?
I saw seven. No, I thought that
See,
was
that's
good.
horror
Yeah,
to
'cause I
me
remember
too.
the ending. Yeah. Yeah, but there's just a little more to it. Like it's not so concentrated on like just spooking you out and like being so gory. Like there's more to it.
No,
So,
Seven is gory. Seven,
yeah.
watch it again. Remember, it was a point where
What?
they
Mhm.
starved the dude to death and put air fresheners all around. Like it's so mind, like
Yeah.
Then it had one was Gluttony, you know, where the
Yes.
dude ate mad spaghetti, like it was the 7 deadly sins, and it was just like, oh, Insidious. Nah, I'm saying, see, somebody in the chat room, Adventures of a Southern Belle, she's really into the.
Ask in the chat room. That's good. I need help because there's that movie that just came out on Netflix that was really good. It came out like right at the beginning of the pandemic, and that was a horror movie. And it's like you have to go to different levels. And it was on Netflix. It's on Netflix. It should be on Netflix now. And that was really, really good. And it was about like not eating more than you need and just making sure that you like it was something of that sort. But it was something about like just kind of like taking in as much as you're supposed to. Somebody should know that. Do they know? It was a damn good movie.
I gotta watch that. Speaking of Netflix, do I cancel my account or do I keep it? I'm really on the fence.
I listen, I watch Netflix. To be honest with you, I think the show that just came out, The Upshaws, is freaking hilarious. It's got Wanda Sykes and Mike Epps. Hilarious. I was laughing.
Yo,
it's
it
like
take a lot
the
to make me laugh.
platform. Yep. Thank you, Freetown.
See,
yeah, no, you have to watch The Platform. It's so.
Oh, Don't Breathe. Did you see Don't Breathe?
I didn't see Don't Breathe.
Oh man,
thank you, Freetown. Yes, it is Spanish.
Listen, it takes a lot to make me laugh. It really takes a lot to make me laugh. So sometimes I be like, that's not funny. And Wanda, she alright. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I will say this, like, because I don't know what your criticisms are of Wanda or maybe even Mike, but for the criticisms that people have of them, perhaps in a sitcom format, their comedy really, really works. Like it's really funny for that, and you'll understand it when you see it. You'll say like, okay, this works here, you know. But it's really funny. Thank you, Magda. I think it's so funny. It's a funny show.
I gotta. And what else is it was like I never watched the last OG.
I watched it, and it was funny. Like I just didn't stick with it, but when I was watching it, it was funny as hell. Like I loved it.
Yo, I never watched the Game of Thrones. I just.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That's a commitment. So I'm gonna do it eventually, but I just ain't got around to it.
I'm not. It's just certain things that I can't. It's just too bleachy for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't do it. I can't sit there and watch Game of Thrones. Matter of fact, I would be bored. I watched the first episode, and then when dude died, I think the husband, and I was like,
I think I did watch the first episode, and I was like, this obviously needs me to sit down and watch it, and I just don't have that kind of time at all.
I'm not that dude, but I don't do stuff like that. But I love horror movies. I wish it was more horror movies. I like suspense thrillers. I do not like romantic comedies.
Well, I will say that there's a classic romantic comedy that to me stands the test of time.
What?
It is When Harry Met Sally.
I have never in my black ass life ever saw nothing like that.
I went on a little bit of an 80s movie bender about a month ago, and so that was one of them. When Harry Met Sally is a great movie in terms of just classic, funny dialogue. It's really great. Mm-hmm.
I mean, the farthest I go with stuff like that is maybe Home Alone.
Yeah, Home Alone. Yeah.
And maybe Big or something like that. But I'm not. Ben Stiller, what's the other jackass? Adam Sandler. They just listen. I never even smirked at them. I don't even think Kevin Hart is funny. Like
I think Kevin Hart is funny, like when he kind of does like the buddy movie type of stuff. I don't know that, and I'm not even saying this to be disparaging, but I don't know that I would sit down and like watch a Kevin Hart stand up per se. But I think he's funny in movies.
Tiffany Haddish.
I think she's funny in movies as well. And I think I like her energy, like her charisma. She's like, they're talking about her, like possibly doing like the talk shows. I could see someone like Tiffany Haddish on a talk show. She has that kind of energy. She's like fun for daytime, and she's got all the energy that everybody else doesn't have, you know? She's the cup of coffee.
So what's the one movie you could watch over and over?
One movie I could watch over and over? Hollywood Shuffle.
I'm in agreement with that. Next one. Movie I could watch over and over that I know verbatim.
Mm-hmm.
Harlem Nights. I know the movie word from beginning to end.
I don't know it word for word from the beginning, but I've watched it a bunch of times. Wedding Crashers was funny. What's up, Knowledge? Memento. Memento. When I watched it, when I first watched, it, I was like, "What the heck is going on?" It was just like so much going on. It was that's a deep movie, but I've got to watch it now that I'm grown.
I know Harlem Nights verbatim. I know Friday verbatim.
Yeah, Friday I probably do.
Yeah, I know Friday verbatim. I thought Mike Epps was hilarious in Friday. The one with the Christmas one. What do you thought about the new Coming to America? I didn't think it was that
I
bad.
I thought the Coming to America was great. I don't know what the expectations people were. When they said it was going to be a family movie, I knew that it was not going to be the first one. So I understood that immediately, and it was fun as hell. It was, and you could tell that they were having a good time, and you could tell that they like wanted, like you could just tell when people have a good time on set, and I like to see that type of movie. So, and it was good. I thought it was cute. I had no problem with it.
So you never watched stuff like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
I think I might have watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
The original one.
Yeah, I think I might have watched it, but nothing that I would have blocked that out of my mind.
Leatherface?
Trauma.
Oh man.
no,
Leatherface?
no, I don't watch that type of stuff.
You don't know what you're missing. Like,
I like it for memes.
shout out to Judah the Lion for the donation. Like every now and again, I just like to see somebody get slapped with an axe. Every
Oh my God.
just to get like just to get there's another one called Drag Me to Hell. You never saw Drag Me to Hell?
I've heard of that. I've never seen it.
You never saw Thinner?
Definitely never seen that.
You missing out on a whole genre of greatness.
Virgo saying that Shataz is a movie he knows like word for word, or that
Yeah,
it's a horror
probably.
movie?
Yeah, I don't. Yo, I think Pumpkinhead was like, so listen, horror is to me the best genre. Like somebody said earlier in the chat, the only issue that I have with horror sometimes it does become a little cliche, so you know what's gonna happen. But stuff like Drag Me to Hell, you thought you knew what was gonna happen at the end of the movie, and it is not what you think. You know what I'm saying? I Spit on Your Grave, yeah, or Wrong Turn and stuff like that. Like when you
Yeah.
go, you ever saw Apocalypto?
No. I'm gonna.
I'm about to make you just a whole list of to
Yeah.
do.
No. Like. Let me know the stuff to watch.
You gotta watch Apocalypto. First of all, anything from Stephen King. Did you see the new Pet Cemetery? The new one?
No, of course not.
Okay, what's that movie with? It's on Netflix or HBO. That's not Tom Cruise, that's Keanu Reeves, where he found a way to bring his family back to life. But they wasn't right. What is the name of that movie? I can't
They
think of the name.
know.
Yeah, y'all know in the chat room. What's the name of that movie? I think it's
Oh,
Keanu
Knowledge.
Reeves.
Yeah, Misery that
Oh,
was good. That was
see, I
funky, but I did like Misery. That was good.
see. I like stuff like that.
Yeah,
See,
no, that was good.
so what's the The Shining is they got a new The
The
Shining too.
Shining is considered like what, like one of the best movies of all time, though, isn't it?
Yes, but
Mm-hmm.
it's a movie with Keanu Reeves where he found a way to Replica. You never saw Replica?
No.
Yo, this dude found a way to like bring his family back from the dead. His family died. And he found a way to bring them back from the dead, but they wasn't right. So it's almost like you gotta I brought y'all all back, but I'm gonna have
but
to
not. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to re-kill y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all are not right. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all are not right. See, I don't really like you never saw none of the Hellraiser.
I don't think so.
See, that's gore. That's
Yeah.
gore. So now they have movies on Netflix I see where it's almost like karate movies where it'll be like from Brazil, but they're not saying it, but it's English. I like the way they do that now. I'm not a subtitle person, even though I do watch movies. I don't know. I do watch movies with the closed captions. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not remedial or anything like that. I never ate paint chips, I promise. But I love subtitles. You watch movies with
I
subtitles?
always watch with the subtitles just because I just want to make sure that I'm just hearing correctly. So I don't have a problem with that. I love it.
Yeah, I love subtitles, but again, I'm not a romantic comedy person. I
I
don't.
think that's funny. That I think they're cute.
Nah, come on, man. When Harry met Sally and all that, and
Yeah, no, you
uh,
that one's a classic one.
yeah, I don't. I don't do it. Yo, so you never saw none of the Amityville?
I doubt it. No.
Yo, Candyman. With you from
I
Chicago?
saw, yeah, I saw
All right.
Candyman. Definitely saw
So
Candyman.
all right. So as far as the area Candyman, how accurate was that?
Well, that area is no longer. It was raised, but it was Cabrini Green. So it was really, really. I mean, just I as I remember, I left as a kid, but as I remember as a child, it was a notoriously horrible area. It was really bad.
So they end up tearing it down, if I'm not mistaken.
They ended up tearing it down, and it became like, because a lot of, I mean, even with New York, like all the projects are in these areas that suddenly become so, they become these areas that are of higher value and worth than they were before. They were sort of pushing the projects against the water and things like that. I mean, Cabrini Green is in such, or was anyway, in such an area, like a great location. And so, it's actually, quite interesting that that's where they would have placed a housing project that's notorious.
Because it ain't start out like that. It started out with them. So they actually bulldozed the projects down, or they like
There's nothing, yeah, like once they bulldoze, I mean, literally Chicago, all those notorious projects that you heard about, like Pretty Green, Stateway Gardens, Ida B. Wells, all that stuff, it's just no longer. They just totally raised them and made like mixed use housing. Um, I don't know intimately exactly what happened as far as who went into the housing, but it is to my understanding that a lot of those people got pushed into like the south suburbs. And so the south suburbs changed a lot. Well, the south suburbs were always black. But then a lot of the people that were in those housing ended up getting to the south suburbs, and then they didn't necessarily dedicate all that housing to the people that were actually living there.
Yeah, because when y'all start talking that Chicago landscape stuff, I'm lost. I'm like the south suburbs, where suburbs has always been historically a good place, and you're
Yeah,
like,
it's like a utopia. Well, I
yeah,
would liken it to, like, think about Long Island, right? Like there's Long Island when you're thinking about like Garden City, and like all fancy. And then you think about Long Island when you're talking about like Hempstead, where it's like you don't want
very,
to live there.
yeah, it could be very niggery in Long Island in some
Yeah.
places. Yeah, it could
That's
be,
one way
yeah,
to put it.
yeah, it can be very niggery in some Long
Yeah.
Island places. So,
Hmm.
no, Stephen King movies. So you never saw Christine before
No.
with the car? You never saw Carrie,
Oh, I saw Carrie. That was one of my
but it's
favorite.
like
Actually,
three different Carries. You know that, right?
I know about the first one. Carrie, that first one, that was one of my favorite movies.
Yo, at the end of Carrie, when she went to the grave to put and that arm came up, yo, bullshitted me for life. So you said you saw The Exorcist.
I definitely saw that because that's the one with the bed. Yeah, Knowledge Shutter Island was really good. That was very interesting.
I never watched that. So what about the what is it? The Exorcism of Emily Rose. You never saw that neither?
No, but that sounds familiar.
So that whole genre you just skip it.
I just skipped. I just like, oh, it's not for me.
So what
You know.
genre you go to?
I just watch like documentaries, crime docs, anything to do with like gangs and anything. Like I just like,
Nah,
that's
I'm
the type of
foul
stuff I
too.
watch.
Yo, you know it was dope.
Drugs.
Yeah, no. You know what was dope? Uh, the 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 Sam Berkowitz documentary on Netflix. Did you watch it?
That one I didn't watch.
Yeah, it's I see. I do like I really do like documentaries. I fiend
Hmm.
for documentaries. I was binging on Forensic Files on Netflix. I like
Yeah, I
I
love that stuff like
yeah.
that. Um,
Cause I be trying to figure out how to get away with killing people. You know what I'm saying? So I watch stuff like that. But
I had a
yeah,
teacher once that told me how to get away with killing people, and the technique is just, it's so accurate. I understand. Like you can get away with killing somebody. You can.
you
I won't
can.
share. I won't share it here.
Yeah, don't share it. But what I found was, yo, if you spit or one bead of sweat drop somewhere, that's your
Yeah,
ass, Mr.
that's exactly. You're gonna
Postman.
get
Like you
fired.
you can't be shedding. You can't be going through
Yeah, nothing.
anything. Like you can't just have a haircut and your do rag nothing, anything.
Gum, anything,
Yeah.
it's wild. They'll find the
So
DNA on anything. Then it's like, then the luminol
yeah,
showed that
exactly.
the
Yeah,
carpet
exactly.
was removed. It's
This
like,
Oh, I like Paranormal Activity too, but they started wilding with like the last two I didn't really like. So yeah, Luminol is deep.
yeah,
Luminol is
luminol,
deep.
luminol gets you jammed up.
Dudes be like, yo, I'm gonna wash that with bleach and all that. Yeah, okay,
Nah.
that luminol gonna bull. Yo, you done off luminol, uh, DNA. It's like anything, you are completely going to hell. So but when we dealing with black film, what do you think is the issue with black Hollywood?
Well, there's a lot of issues. So you could talk about Black Hollywood in terms of like actors. Like some people think that the issue is actually something I was talking about today, is that they believe that the casting is not appropriate. Some people feel like they don't like that British actors are, so-called taking African American roles.
Mm-hmm.
There's a school of thought. There's a lot of actors that actually feel that way. There's some that don't feel that way, but there are a lot of actors. I actually don't feel that way. I'm not an actor, but I don't feel that way. I feel like if you can play the role, then and you do the research. Like for instance, when you watch Judas and the Black Messiah, and you see the way that Daniel Kaluuya played Fred Hampton, I feel like that was done so well. I don't think that argument is fair.
Even with who would have known that the 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 Wire, this dude Idris Elba
Exactly at the
he
time.
wasn't from Baltimore. Like I didn't know that. You know that I
Yeah,
didn't know
I,
that.
I
And
didn't
then
I didn't
later
know
on
that
when I
either.
heard him talk, I was like,
Yeah.
your homie got a
He-
he
He's
talk
like
like
all like, bro, in it.
Prince Charles. Like what we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Like what are we doing
Yeah.
here?
So like I don't have a problem with that, but people do. So I mean, of course, if you have an issue, like it's valid. So I don't try to reduce anybody's issues or whatever. But I just don't agree. The other thing is that for a long time, Black Hollywood, they thought that people would not want to watch Black movies, but then you see like Black Panther just like exploded all over the world. Even like genre wise. You look at genres like let's just say like Lovecraft Country, like that was like a moment for the country where you have we're watching like these kind of like, I guess it's a type of horror. I do like Lovecraft Country.
Never watched
But
that.
it's like sci-fi, and it's really like it's really really well done. So they're starting to understand now that every Black movie doesn't have to be a comedy. It doesn't have to be like a buddy cop film. Those kinds of things. They don't think Black movies deserve the budgets. But it's just like somehow in the pandemic, I feel like it really changed the narrative and shifted things to where Hollywood had to be like, holy shit, we've got this wrong all along. So there's a lot of money.
I don't
There,
know
I
if it was the
like
pandemic. I think it was the whole Black Lives Matter thing that they was like, oh, we gotta start
sure,
shoveling some money into these people because they
yeah,
even when you go on Netflix, it's like a whole Black Lives Matter category with black movies.
no, that is true. I mean, you can go to any site right now, and there's always like some kind of now there is a Black Lives Matter or a Black themed something to kind of like redirect people towards some sort of like hey, here's your Black T-shirts. It's like okay,
Yeah.
I like a lot of T-shirts.
No, Idris, I'm gonna call him Idris, man, because I never
I
knew
think
no. It's
Idris.
Idris,
Yeah,
but
I
I'm
don't know.
calling you Idris because
Yeah.
my man, I know people with that name, and their name was always Idris. So I ain't.
Yeah, I don't think his
I'm
name.
not gonna be on no Idris.
I do
I
not
can't
think
do
his
it.
family calls him Idris. I do not think
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So with Idris Alba, that's his name. Yeah, Idris
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba. No, Jessica Alba. Idris Elba. He would make a dope James Bond to me. That would be historically crazy. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't think that was a problem. So I thought that was weird when people were like, he can't be James Bond because he's Black. And I think at some point he was like, okay, guys, I'm Black. I'm not going to do it. And I was just like, why is that? That's a little weird. You
Yeah,
know?
I think he would dope, but I was a little thrown off by how Angela Bassett was like everybody's mother in every movie. Did you notice that? She was like Biggie's mother, she was Michael Jackson's mother, she was Tina Turner. Like, I think they need to spread it out a little bit as far as the people. Shout out to Go, my dude Ghost for the donation. I think they need to spread it out amongst the people with actors and actresses because it's almost like oh, she was Trey's mother and and Boys in the Hood and like her and like Larry Fishburne at one point. And I think it's a lot of black actors and actresses. And not saying she's definitely a good actor, because we're not allowed to call them actresses anymore, right?
No, it's actors. Yes,
It's,
exactly. People don't want to be, yeah. Hmm. Now, I actually, I agree with that. I think that there's been much concentration on sort of like a small pool of people that are only called upon to play certain roles, where it's almost like they're probably not even auditioning at some point, or if they are, it's just more so just out of like, just as a formality, like okay, just do it.
yeah,
Um,
we'll get
but
Angela Bassett. Don't worry.
yeah, we're gonna yeah. But I think what's also come of that is there are people that are just empowering themselves and just saying like, well, screw you, I'm just gonna do my own thing. That's how you end up getting like an Issa Rae, who basically created her own lane and just said, well, I'm gonna do what I want to do.
She was
And
Black
now,
Panther mother too. Somebody said in the chat. See?
also see, so it's like when you look at people like Issa Rae, if you are truly an inspired and creative person that wants to, you know, come up with new content, someone like that should show you that. Listen, I don't have to be a millionaire in Hollywood. I can make a TV show, maybe with your iPhone even.
Yeah. I think a lot of times we don't get casted as serious people. It's always something very stereotypical.
Yeah,
And then when we do these roles, it's like a role that we do where Denzel wins an Oscar for being a gangster.
yeah, not the
And
one he should have got it for.
yeah, he like
Hmm.
Malcolm X. How you didn't win it for
Yeah, like
Malcolm
like like
X?
a pity
But
Oscar.
train. But that's how I feel like Nas with this Grammy this year. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Nas should have been one of the Grammys. So it's like they give him a Grammy with an album. He got songs with ASAP Ferg and Phoebe Foreign and all. I'm like, fuck, listen to that. Like, you might listen to that. You
Mhm.
know, I think Black Hollywood. I think the issue that we have, and this is with all genres of entertainment with us. Um, we have to go to these people to get the finance of everything, and if they don't believe in it, then you just saying that's it. You
That is
know what I'm
correct.
saying? That's the issue. So it's like I want to make an album. Uh, I gotta go to this record label. I don't like it. They're not gonna dance to it. I'm not giving you the money. And it's like, so you want to make a movie? You got an idea, and you have to go pitch it. Shout out to Michael. I don't know how to pronounce your thing.
Is it Matstroki?
Well,
Matstroki?
you're better than me.
I probably would say Matstroki.
Yeah, the fourth though. Like you
The
have to
fourth.
say the
Mike
fourth. Yeah,
Matstroki the
yeah,
fourth.
yeah. Um, so it's like we anything that we want to do, we have to almost ask for permission. And then when they
Yeah.
don't want to give us permission, we can't do it. And then if it's not stereotypical enough for us, we don't support it. Like so if we wanted to make a serious movie, it has to be hood. Somebody got to get shot. It got to be some type of urban thing. And I don't even like because have we ever had like besides like the we have like slave movies and shit like yo come on man, like we don't have nothing. We
Yeah,
haven't
I
could
mean,
go ahead.
there's an argument. I mean, there's a lot of people that say, listen, like, we are tired of the trauma porn,
Yeah,
like why does it have
yeah.
to be the slave movie? Like, why do we have to watch this? And I would say to that, I suppose every movie, any movie can be made. If you don't like the genre, just like with horror, then you don't have to watch it, you know? Like for instance, I'm watching that TV show on Amazon Prime, Them. It is
Hmm.
extremely difficult to get through because there's just nothing good in it. Like it's really, really just really horrible, but it's very well acted.
Hmm.
And the premise is based on the real events that were really horrible. So I cannot say that the TV show is not important.
I see I agree with that, right? But at what point um what is the end game for a lot of those movies? Because these movies to me uh conjure something up in you. Like
Yes,
I'll be real with the
that's true.
audience. Uh I was cool, and then I was probably how old was I? Damn, I might have been like 12 or so. I was young, but I watched Mississippi Burning.
Yeah,
Wrong thing to do. Because I had to go outside and whip ass. Like I had to go outside and get some type of get back. So it's like when you watch like Mississippi Burning or Rosewood or any of these type
yeah.
movies, how am I supposed to respond from that? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sade White, thank you for
Sade.
the donation. I love your program, doggy. Thanks for another topic. Thank you, thank you. Like, how am I supposed to respond to these movies, even though they're actual events? And it's sad because when we look at historically these things happen, and then we look, oh, that shit's still happening to a certain
It's still
extent.
happening, and then to the extent that it's not happening, sometimes you look around you and be like, listen, Bob from accounting probably would do this if he could,
Yeah,
like
yeah. Billy Bob, if he could catch me, he definitely would.
he probably would do it.
It would tie me to a horse and hit the horse and do, and see, that's the point that I'm making. Is like, anything that we want to do, and I don't like it, and that's why I always respected myself, is because I never let them tell me no. I did and I do what I want to do. Of course, we don't own our own platforms, so we have to use their platforms to a certain extent, but
Mhm.
it's not, if they don't okay it, I'm not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of times, with us, uh, when we look at movies, because this is something I talked about on the Gangster Chronicles, it's like movies was very instrumental in our behavior too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I
Remember
didn't.
growing up, like people watch Juice, and all of a sudden they wanted to be like psychopathic gangsters. It's like
Yeah,
you grew up with a two-car garage like I did. What? Shut up.
yeah. Like I didn't know West Coast culture. I didn't know the colors. I didn't know nothing about that. I was like, hold on, so they fighting over color? And we didn't have the education, but at the same time, it also was very influential because of the violence, the guns, and all that stuff, and that made us gravitate towards it. And sometimes, uh, the art, we start imitating the art. You know what I'm saying? Instead of the art imitating life, the life start imitating the art, because to a certain extent, that's their culture. But then over here, we start saying, well, I'm wearing that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Well, let me ask you this question.
uh-huh.
As an adult now, do you think that looking back, just being fair, was C. Dolores Tucker in some ways right?
She was absolutely right.
Hmm.
Reason why C. Dolores Tucker was right, because she was trying to say, make your music, but don't call it gangster rap.
Hmm.
Because if you look at the current climate right now, and I was just talking about, and it's so funny, I was just talking about this today. Every time somebody dies, they say rapper such and such, but we ain't know
Hmm.
that nigga. That nigga
That
wasn't
happens
no.
today. Like literally, it's all
Yeah,
these people died
this
from
what
the
I'm saying. There was some
but
dude that I can show you
from
the text.
Milwaukee.
Yeah, but from exactly
I
Fat
was like,
Boy
who is
something. It's
that?
like
I never heard of him.
rapper,
I
like,
mean, rest in peace for sure, but I
yeah,
just
but
don't
we
know who
didn't
the
know
fuck
that
he is.
nigga. Like, how does he? And that's what I was saying about my man Triple Beans, because everybody was like, rapper Triple Beans from Newark. Like, we didn't know him. Y'all didn't know him as a rapper. So how does that title get put on you? It's not like father, man,
Hmm.
brother. It's just like rapper. You understand what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
it's like, oh, another rapper dead. So it almost becomes a stat with a rapper thing, and that's the whole thing. With that, and that's why, when it comes to stereotypical things, we have to be careful, because it's like when I was thinking about women, like, how many times have you been asked to make an OnlyFans page?
People ask me that all the time. Or the other thing that people been doing lately is like, "Hey, what size do you wear?" Like, I'm just like, "What is it?" Like, I don't understand what difference does it make. Like, what size do you wear? Like, I would like to send you something, and it's just like, no, you don't. Like, what is this? Like, what is this conversation? You're not gonna send me nothing, and you don't want to, and we're not doing this.
And then they want you to, like, get on TikTok and just anything that can just solicit some type of body thing from you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Hmm.
Like, why you not showing me what you got? Everybody else
I
does. Like,
I think people, but they want it to feel special. Like they want to feel like you're sending them a picture that no one else is seeing or something like that. And I'm just not with that shit. So whatever.
but my thing is this though. Like, even what are you getting though? Like I don't like. All right, you sent me a pic that nobody else got. What am I supposed to do with this picture though? Like, I don't understand the psyche because I'm not from that world. Like you sent me a picture that nobody else got.
I
Like,
think that, what we're failing to sort of realize or to even like articulate is that there are a lot of people that are very socially maladjusted and they aren't used to women even in general. And like any kind of attention is good attention. So even if the woman responds to that guy, like that could mean the world to them, you know?
but my thing is like, okay, you get a picture. Does does it start raining? Like, does the sun come out? Like, what does this picture do? Like, do you hit the lottery automatically? Like, the gold just start, going crazy? Like, I'm just confused by what happened. Somebody thinks you're from Brazil or something like that. Like you're looking
Um,
very Brazil-y because you're about to get booted.
Cadê Brasil? Uh, uh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, you really deleted.
Yeah, they're out of here. And I didn't even do it, but my chat room people don't play that. So for the people who don't know, let them know where you are from.
Well, like where I'm from. Oh, my family. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm from Tanzania and I'm East African.
you were
So
born
I'm
here.
not.
Was
I
you
was
born
born.
here?
Yeah, I was born. I was born in Chicago.
Oh, she's born in
And
Chirac.
I was born in Chirac, and one of the actually considered one of the worst hospitals. I was born in Cook County Hospital, the equivalent of being born in like Woodhull or something.
You lucky to be here. Like
I'm just happy to be here. Every day I'm just like,
they ain't even
wow.
cut her big umbilical cord. They was like, yo, just go
No,
home. You know what
my
I'm
mother
saying?
told me she was like she owed a big debt. They used to call her and she's like, stop calling me, stop fucking with me. I got the kid, bitch. And
Yeah.
one day she said it like that. She hung up. They never called again. She had a legit debt on my head from giving birth to me. And
Damn it. You know what makes that so wild because if this was now, like her credit would just be
oh, she was
destroyed.
shot. Yeah,
Yeah.
to this day, like it's just a
Your
medical.
credit
Yeah,
would
because
just be trash. You know what I'm saying?
medical debt is different. That shit stays with you.
Yeah, there. That's like herpes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it just sticks with you forever. like, yo, man, you broke your leg when you were 3. You still old pook. You old,
You
but
know
we
what I'm
we took a splinter out of your hand. You old pook.
saying?
Yo, people
Man,
don't know. You go to the emergency room, man. Yo, they give you don't let them give you anything. Just don't do it because they'll give you a pill. That pill was like $40. You know what I'm
now
saying? Like,
I'll tell you what happened to me actually. I went to Interfaith. And one time I was walking to work and I just did not feel right. And I just walked myself. I had health insurance. But for some reason the lady just was just assuming everything about me. Like, okay, so you ain't got insurance, right? I'm just like, no, lady, I'm about to give you my insurance. I'm giving her everything. Long story short, and like I walked in there, they ended up saying that I was dehydrated. Like I had to like spend like 12, 13 hours in there, like on IV
gave you a
fluids.
drip. Yeah.
They gave me a drip. They were like, yo, you need to drink more water, blah, blah. Like, you are just legit. If you hadn't come here any earlier, you would have just passed out in the street. I'm just like, not on Utica.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Okay.
like
Not like this.
you'd have woke up different. Like
Right? Like, totally different. Like, totally wired different. You know what
you'd
I'm
have
saying?
woke
Especially
up dead.
if I was on a Utica bus, I'd be totally changed. I wouldn't be the same. But I say all that to say that, like, maybe like 3 or 4 months later, I get this bill in the mail and it's over $2,000. And I'm just like, this bill is incorrect. But as soon as I called and just gave the correct insurance information, the bill was completely wiped and became zero because I had insurance. So
Yeah.
that any other person that had had that experience, they would have had to, they'd be, I mean, because I'm not going to pay $2,000 for being on a drip because I was dehydrated. Like, I still would have that on my credit to this
Yeah,
day.
just drink you a
Yeah,
Gatorade.
yeah, exactly. That's literally like just get some electrolytes and the end. No, I'm not paying for that.
Drink you some Pedialyte or something like that.
Yeah, that's
Like
probably what they was shooting me up with. I don't know.
yeah, word. Like they gave you some sugar water. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
that's I think it's really just sodium and sugar. That's what electrolytes is to them. So when you're doing this, when you're doing the black film interview, how do those
Yeah.
interviews come about?
So those interviews will come about several different ways. Like a lot of times it'll be like their reps will contact and just ask if there's any interest in it. You can have a relationship with the studios and that can be it too. Or sometimes people just reach out to you on social media and just like, hey, are you interested? Or like, can you interview me? That kind
Yeah.
of thing. So it all depends. But mostly it's just more so done on a professional level where their PR will reach out.
And you went to the Oscars?
Well, yeah, virtually. I was
Like,
there,
is that
so there
what is that like though? Like, yo, was it like you had VR glasses on and stuff like that?
was No, the way they've been doing it now, because actually I've not only been to the Oscars, I've been to actually African American Film Critics Awards as well. I went to Sundance. I've been to actually several different types of virtual spaces. I went to the Turner Classic Media press junket. So I've been in a lot of Turner Classic Movies, I'm sorry. So yeah, what it is now is that it is a remote space. You are a part of it, but a lot of it is like there's different like sort of rooms and experiences. So you're kind of watching it on TV with everybody else, but you're in it. You're immersed in that VR way that you're saying.
So it is virtual.
It's virtual mostly, yeah. So there's some in-person stuff depending on what a person wants to do. Me, because I know this probably not gonna go over very well with many people in your chat, but I am fully vaccinated. I decided to get vaccinated. So prior to vaccination, there's a lot of things that I just didn't. I know that people don't like that.
She got the vaccine.
There's a lot of things that I just didn't feel comfortable doing in person.
Uh-huh.
Going forward now, I'm comfortable with it, with doing certain things in person. So I've actually declined a few things because I'm just like, well, I don't really feel. I also don't feel like it sends the right message. If I'm just out here, like, just doing press and I'm just
free balling, like
yeah, just exactly free masking,
Yeah.
So I just don't think that's sending the right message. So I've actually fell back and felt more comfortable just doing more virtual media. But now it's like we get kind of outside. There's a lot of stuff that's outside, and I'm okay with it.
Well, if you start walking backwards, if you start talking backwards, or like
but I would do something like that anyway. So you have to would know.
Yeah, if you
like,
wake up with your head upside down, anything
but then,
like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna think it's funny. Like nobody told you to do that shit. But you know what though? My thing to everybody is your choice is your choice. I'm not in a situation where I tell people what to do or what not to do. It's just your choice is your choice. Like I don't care. Like I think we take too much interest in what somebody else is doing, what somebody else said. And it'd be a lot of pseudo experts and stuff like that that's either on either side of the fence. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
yo, I mean, some people will get in the shower and piss. Some people will piss before they get in the shower. It's your preference. You know what I'm saying?
I like to piss before I get in the shower. I
Okay,
don't.
yeah.
I'm not grossed out by the post pissers, but I don't understand why they would do it. I feel like you can really just use the bathroom first.
Yeah, that's
and
what I'm saying.
then
Pissing in the
shower.
shower is just like
I don't get it.
Yeah, like that's very tacky. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
it's
Like,
tacky. I don't find it disgusting. I'll be fair, but I
Yeah.
don't get it.
Nah, it's nasty. Like just like, because you're like pissing on yourself, even though because like for a man, like, do you aim at the drain and piss, or you just stand there and let your meatloaf and just yeah, like what are we doing?
Oh
like,
my
like,
goodness!
like what are we doing? I'm very interested in the movie industry because I'm wondering how do people be getting on Amazon, and I always wanted to do a horror movie because I really like the genre, but I didn't want it to be like a cliche horror movie like a boogeyman type thing, because in the hood is a lot of horrors. Like in the hood, we always like have the crazy man. In the hood, we always
that's
have
true.
you know what I'm saying. In the hood, we always have like the super tough crackhead. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like a different type of horror. You know what I'm saying? Like, but every hood has
but it's a horror that
yeah, but it's like, yo, all right, we all in the hood have been places where I'm crossing the street when I see this dude. You know what I'm saying? Like the crazy man is that crazy where I'm not even gonna walk on the side of the street with him because he's gonna curse me out. We used to have this dude in my hood named Horace. Yo, he would just curse you out. Like you just walk past him, he just gonna give you the business. And me and Tad used to look out the window and be like, "Yo, Horace, you know what I'm saying?" And he'd be yelling we're on Waverly. He would definitely like just curse us out, and we were like kids. Like,
who's the one that used to be all like, I haven't seen him in a while, but he used to be at Fulton and Flatbush. You could tell he was like a good looking man, and he just was wolfed out. And he used to chase me in stores and tell me I need to wear a dress, and I was not wearing a proper attire. I don't even wear shorts really, unless I'm like on vacation.
Was he gray a little bit?
He kind of had like sandy hair, I want to say, and I think he had light eyes. But I know you know who I'm talking about because I think he was like around. Yeah,
I think I know.
And I feel like he had like a sister or something, and I think he was from around y'all's way.
I know exactly who you talk about. I refuse to say his name, but I know his. Yeah, he has a few sisters, and I know
Yes.
exactly who he is.
You
And
know, I knew
he would
you'd
be
know
out
what I'm
there
talking about.
reading the Bible and stuff like that sometimes
Yes,
too.
exactly. And he
I
used to come into me and like he would chase me
I
literally
know
out. He would
him.
chase me into
Listen,
stores.
I literally know him. Like I almost said his name by mistake, but yeah, I know him. You know, even we had you know him too, the fake Flavor Flav around the
Oh yeah,
way.
that's yeah. You know, we also call him fake Flavor Flav. If you know, if you really be around there, you also
Soldier
call him
Boy.
Soldier Boy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cause this but
that's some real Brooklyn.
this dude around the way, like if you have been to Atlantic Center or like any just very flatbushy from Atlantic Center to like Applebee's, he would
Yeah,
literally walk around the way with a clock around his neck.
and he'll go all the way down. He'll go
Yeah.
all the way down Fulton. Yeah, and he'll what the clock. He'll go into Applebee's, dap everybody up with the clock, and then dance a little bit, and then walk out.
What was wrong with his back? Did he have like
It's something going on with him, right? Like there's some kind
some type
of
of scoliosis or something
yeah,
like that
yes,
is happening?
definitely.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
if you know Brooklyn is very interesting. Like when you just like because people don't understand like Notion Ave and like Notion and Fulton, Franklin and Fulton. It's just
Yeah.
places in Brooklyn that you just like Utica, Eastern Parkway. You're just like
Yeah,
yo,
like that
like
whole I'm saying like that whole Utica, like
yeah,
that Utica to down to like Crown Heights, even going further down, like that is just different, you know?
you know because at one point Utica and Eastern Parkway was the only place that had like a Popeyes at one place. So if you
Yeah,
wanted Popeyes, you had to yeah.
they moved it across the street.
Oh wow, yeah.
Hmm.
So Coco, we've went out to and I do want to say, well, and I'm glad you're here because I've been trying to tell the people with this whole Joe Button thing, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Uh, that I've never harassed any of my female co-hosts or anything like that.
Never.
So I didn't I didn't get I don't it doesn't resonate with me how he give it up like that. But they were saying that in his workplace, and I'm like, he didn't think that that's a workplace. Like they're in a studio. You know what I'm saying? It's like when we was in DTF, that we didn't punch a clock. Like that wasn't a
No,
workplace.
that didn't seem like work. So I think that maybe yeah, I don't know what that situation was.
Yeah,
I know that at least what I got when we were doing what we were doing in DTF and like we was all like in those rooms, it always felt like almost like the feel of being like at a barbershop slash beauty salon where like everybody was just like, ranking on each other and we were just talking shit and everything. And it never felt like that.
yeah. Like you
Now,
gotta like yeah. Let me cover my ass. But remember, we
yeah,
did have a girl that used to be with us who used to talk crazy and always
yeah,
gave sexual innuendo, and I still never was like. A
no,
word. Let me
yeah,
see what
exactly.
this is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So I was trying to explain to the audience, and I was like, you can ask any of the girls that I was with. I never was on that type of
No, you
time.
wasn't. Now,
Like that.
there were guests that be like that.
Facts.
Right, there were definitely guests that be like that, but then again, the energy that was given, if you're gonna come talk to me crazy, I'm gonna talk to you twice as crazy. So you just got to be ready and prepared that everybody's not going, now I'm a different person than she was in that. I'm gonna come at that person with the same energy, wild. So I would have handled it differently. So I feel really bad when I see people like her because I could really see in the moment she was really horrified. Like I think I don't want to even reduce that because I do believe that she was just like, why is he saying all these things to me? So it almost feels like bullying, where some people feel like when they're bullied or when they're in a very uncomfortable situation, they have to sort of like smile through it. And I've seen
But
that, and I feel like that's what was happening to her.
you've also been around somebody that we won't name that really had vulture characteristics that was almost like, how dare you not like me, and
Yes.
told me, oh, she's just that and the third.
Oh yeah.
But you stood your ground though. You let it be known,
Yeah.
like, yo, hold up, I don't even like you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like I
Like,
don't
yo,
like you at all.
like, yeah, exactly. But and then it was almost like I
Like
felt like,
I don't like to be mean.
yeah,
I'm not here to be mean or nasty to anybody, but like the audacity of somebody coming at you like, yo, don't you know who I am? Like if you come at me like, don't you know who I am? It's like, I know who a lot of people are, and you are not who you think you are. There's
facts.
a lot of, what do you
But
call it?
one
Like
female ended
grandiose.
up taking the bait, right? One of the
Yes.
other female did, but this is what I'm saying. So I felt like even in the situation with her, the other girls, because I know you, if you were in that situation and you seen a girl uncomfortable, you would actually be like, yo, chill. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like we
definitely,
would be like, all
definitely.
right, you wilding a little bit. Even me, I'd be like, yo, you wilding. But I felt
Mhm.
like the other girls was kind of kiki and thought it was funny.
I wouldn't, yeah. To be honest, just being very honest, and if people know, like in that situation like that right there, I sensed that she was uncomfortable. And
Yeah.
I would have been like, yo, straight up, like, chill, like, okay, that's enough.
Yeah, like you
Because it's
doing
like,
too much.
you're doing too much because it would have been okay. The first time he let the joke off, it's like, okay, you're doing a lot, but
You're
okay, she
butting in.
doesn't like
You're
it.
butting into
Yeah.
me.
Maybe the second time, like if she kind of seemed like she was holding her own, but then she wasn't. She was kind of like, again, she was shrinking. So there's no way that past, let's just say the second time, that like at some points I should have just said like cut, like, yo, this is enough. Like you cannot do that. She's not feeling it. Like
I think they
stop,
did take a break though.
Yeah,
And
I
he
don't know.
came back and still doubled down.
But they said that when apparently when they made her hug him, which I thought that was very strange. But or
He
when they
dry humped
hug,
her too though. Let me
they
tell you
say he
that.
dry humped her during the hug. I'm
You
just
ain't see
like,
the
yo,
video?
I didn't watch that part.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
watched some video where somebody took the care and the time to like get it down to the timestamp. So shout out to whomever that was.
She did that. She did that.
Oh no, but she did the timestamp. But someone did a video where they edited it. I don't know if that was her, where they edited it to her video and the moments where things were edited out. Like that was like some real, like they took their time.
Let me tell you something. Myself and my cousin, Tad, we are protectors of women. Anytime you was around me, you ain't never not feel safe. You know what I'm
Yeah, no,
saying?
that's true.
You
That's
know,
true.
was a possibility somebody might get their ass whipped if they get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I don't understand how, dudes be in situation with women and just don't think, all right, maybe she got a crazy ass brother, homeboy, uncle, boyfriend, or whatever that really, really might come here and whip my ass if I get it crazy. Cause if we was ever anywhere, you could have been anywhere and call us and said, yo, we would be there before you hang up the phone. And when we show up, it's not even nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
we're not
Mhm.
even talking like, yo, hold up,
Mhm.
boop, you know what I'm saying? So I never seen a situation where like how could dudes be so thirsty for box though? Like it just
I think that what's sad about it too is I think that unfortunately a lot of times like with men, y'all really don't know your homies, man. Like some of the behaviors, it'd be your own people. Like you'd be like, I cannot believe that that person was acting like that. But some of these dudes are really, really wild out here. Some of these inboxes are crazy from the people that you would least expect it.
no,
It's
I
true.
don't. I'm gonna be real with you.
Mm,
I'm gonna keep it told. That's why, to a certain extent, I'm a loner because yeah, me and an individual might have a like mind in this, but I always say, when it comes to money,
mm-hmm,
women, and opportunity, dude to throw all that brotherhood out the window. They're like, yo, you my
mm-hmm,
man and all that, but yo, she threw it at me. You know what I'm saying? And
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
like me, I'm a very, you watch me not eat because I can't
mm-hmm,
eat. You know what I'm saying? The
mm-hmm,
discipline of a man is everything. So you watch me be in a situation like, oh nah, this got this in it. I can't eat this because this, that, and
mm-hmm,
the third, and almost ready to throw the food away. So
mm-hmm.
I really don't put nothing past nobody no more. And I'm like, yo, you going hard in the paint. And again, I watched, a guy just like, yo, and but the sad thing about, and this is a crazy segue, y'all, but the sad thing about it to me is that for every no, we're in a society now where it's 10 yeses.
This is correct.
So the ratio is so off that it's almost like, no, how dare you know me?
There's a lot of that.
Oh, she's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
Mhm,
she's
mhm.
crazy. Keep her out of here. Or make sure she
Yeah.
stays away. Because she's like, well, what did she do? Well, she didn't let
Wh-
me come on to her. And it's like, are you serious? So that makes her, but in some people's sick ass warped mind, you didn't take the bait, so it's something wrong with you. And it's like, yo, nah, but I always tell, like I said on the last stream when I addressed this, I said, yo, when we're in a situation and you feel uncomfortable, escape. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Just get away. Just, you know, I mean, we had a situation where the girl was with us one day, and it was a word that almost was like MK Ultra to her that she brought
Yeah.
up. That
Yeah, yeah.
she brought up the
That was
word, and
we
she
were
was
not
like,
used to that. Yeah, we
and
were
we
not used to that.
seen her change. She said a
It's like
specific word, and I think the word triggered some type of traumatic memory with her,
something very intense happened with her. Yeah.
and she got up and just bounced, and we was like,
And none of us were aware of what, what happened. It was just like in the moment, it's just like, wow, yeah.
To never be
But
heard from again.
like
yeah, yeah.
we never even spoke to her again. It was like, what just happened just now? But
Yeah.
again, what I will respect, what you know, in hindsight, I respect that she just left, because she could have just got really crazy, and it was like, what are you bugging for? You know what I'm saying? And
I think I can say in hindsight, she recognized that we didn't know what her trigger was. And she recognized that she could not handle the room and she was just not prepared to explain anything. And like you said, she just left. So I respect that, you have to do
I
the best
tell,
thing to
yeah,
protect your peace and your health.
you know, it's funny. I tell, I'm always trying to have women co-hosts and all that, and I say, Coco is the only one that can really handle these bastards and handle the chat room when they get a little spunky. Because remember when you first came,
They
they was
talk
throwing
so
you.
much
Oh, they used to
stuff.
talk reckless. Oh, tell her to shut up. Like, why is she here?
Yeah,
And it's
all the
like,
time.
okay, y'all gonna see. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
she's definitely built. She's with the shits. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times when I have different female calls, I tell them, don't read the chat room, and if you do, don't take it personal. To talk your shit. Like, you really, you really gotta you gotta go back at them. You know what I'm saying? But some
Hmm.
of them just like a deer head, like they call me stupid. I don't know what the
They're
thing
always
is.
gonna do that. That says more
Yo,
about them than it says about you a lot of times, honestly.
and
Because some of these guys will come in there and all they do is they see a woman and it's like automatically attack, attack,
you're like,
attack,
bitch,
attack.
shut up. Like, she's
Yeah,
here to
exactly. And there's be
talk.
like all
Like,
kinds of bitches and hoes and all. Yeah, I'm like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
really
yeah,
now?
yeah.
Yeah.
I have
Hmm.
another show that I want to do. It's called In the DMs. It's with two. It's with Brandy and Sandy. It's funny. Their name is
Hmm.
Brandy and Sandy. They both from the West
Oh,
Coast.
is that on purpose?
No, that's just their names.
Oh,
That's really
that's
their
pretty
name.
cool.
But it's called In the DMs, and they want to talk about what happens in the DMs. Like, they get a lot of DMs, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna open up, not for me, but
Hmm.
I want them to be ready for that opposition. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want them to be ready, because people gonna come for you, and a lot of times, people just see you, and unfortunately, with us and women, and when I say us, I'm just gonna generalize men. Sometimes when women speak, the first thing we be like is just bitch, shut up. Like, we don't even care
Yeah,
what they say. It's just
it's
like,
so true.
yo,
Like
you
they
just
just
shut
don't.
up. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Especially
And
on subjects where people don't expect a woman to have an opinion. It's like, why is she speaking about this
yeah,
particular
like,
thing?
shut up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they just won't want to hear it. Hmm.
And that's when they start, that's when we start getting like the toxic masculinity and all these things, that which I don't
Hmm.
really subscribe to, but it does exist to a certain extent, because it's like, yo, why are you telling her to shut up? Like,
It does exist. Yeah, because it's more so like shut up, full stop. It's not so it's I mean, it's already like condescending to be like, well, how can you be talking about this? You need to qualify your opinion. But to just be like shut up, like you can't have an opinion, that's completely toxic,
no, I
It,
think,
it
go ahead.
no, I'm saying, but it's also toxic to say like, oh, wait a minute, this woman is in the room. Like, why is she speaking on this particular subject? Like, she needs to show us that she can be in this room. So it's just like, this is not like treating everything like it's a boys' club.
I get, yeah, because a lot of times I get people say to me, oh, you need to have me as a guest, because no. Mother made you, mother had you, mother fuck you. I don't need to have you as a guest. First of all, your Wi-Fi game is trash. Your background is dirty. Like, I need to have you as a guest for what? And a lot of things that I talk about, um, people just really will DM me outside of this platform to just try to have a full-on conversation with me about it. I'm like, yo, I don't know if you know. I don't know if you got the memo, I don't give a fuck what you think. Like, I'm not even going to engage you. Like, okay, you said what you said. That's it. You know, because I said something. I had a topic last night and that I was talking about. And I was just talking about in a situation where, you know, a lot of Spanish speaking people, I think, overindulge in the N-word, you know, just like that's just and it's like,
That's an
okay,
interesting thing for somebody from New York to say because a lot of people feel like New Yorkers give it too
e-
much of a pass. Mhm.
exactly. But
Mhm.
then sometimes I sit there and I say, okay, you wilding a little bit. Like you gonna have to like you like you know 17 in the stanza like yo you wilding a little bit, you know what I'm saying, like yo my G, I let you get 4, but
Yeah, yeah. This is
17 in the clip, come on, what we doing, you know what I'm
like
saying,
I
like you.
don't do that.
So my thing was, okay, is it a term of endearment now, like is it in your vocabulary? Because when I, you know, I was raised around Puerto Rican people, you know, they like I was almost like it was a friend of mine, his mother lived above me, you know, him and his mother lived above me, so they always made sure I ate stuff like that, so I was introduced to the culture, the food and all that via them, right? But I never heard his mother use the word ever,
Mm.
ever. He didn't even use the word,
See, that's
and I'm a
interesting.
New Yorker, you know what I'm saying? And when I started hearing it, I was like, yo, hold on. You're kind of like ODing a little bit with it. Like you're saying it more than me, right? But if I
Hmm.
come and I be like, yo, what's good, my spick? You like,
Yeah, I can't even imagine
oh,
doing
you
that.
you just that's
Yeah,
this.
I wouldn't do
So
that.
it's like, okay, you're saying it because you feel like you can say it because it's a term of endearment and you're one of us, but the derogatory word that's used for your culture bothers you. You understand what I'm saying? Like
Right.
so you gotta have to scale down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta chill. And I do get it. I know um a lot of, again, you know, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Cubans. I know a lot of them do use it. It doesn't bother me like that. But like I'm saying, sometimes, yo, you wilding right now. Like, yo, you really like, yo, hold on. Like you really,
Ah,
really like, hold on. Like, and then I know sometimes, you know, they will do things like you come in a room and then they all just start speaking Spanish. Like, hold up,
yeah.
y'all just casting me out of the conversation,
But okay,
but I'm
that's a
your
fair
nigga
point.
though.
And some, yeah, that's a fair
So
point
where's the
because
English at?
that does happen. That does
Yeah,
happen.
so that's what they don't get. Like a lot of times, you know, and like I said, I mad Puerto Rican homies and homegirls and it's and I rock with them. It's never, I don't look at them as different.
Right.
Truthfully, I don't be like, yo, nah, that's them. But when I walk in the room and everybody starts speaking Spanish, I'm like, yo, y'all just fuck y'all talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously y'all wanted to talk about something that y'all didn't want me to know. But
Oh
I'm
man,
your nigga though.
oh man, that's different. Like in a situation
That's
where
the point.
people,
That's the point that
yeah,
I'm making.
that's a very different, yeah, where people are very comfortable speaking English, and I don't even know if that's even a Spanish thing, but this could be go for anything, even if you're around Africans and they're very comfortable speaking English, and then when somebody else comes in the room, they just start speaking the language amongst themselves and isolate one individual. That's just rude.
I was
That's different.
and look, not to single out them. And
Yeah.
this is how real that I was with it. I was on Instagram live one day and a young lady jumped on my Instagram live one day and she started talking and she was from Africa. I can't remember what country it was.
Uh-huh.
But she was like, "Yeah, that nigga," and she said it, and I was like, I said, "So y'all use that word out there?" She was like, "No, but you know the rappers say it." So I was
Oh,
like, "Hold on, why when you talk to me, you think you can say that, but that's not in your vocabulary?" It just threw me off because I'm like,
yeah.
do y'all talk to each other like that? She was like, "No," but she looked at me as, you know, the urban thing, or you
Yeah,
know,
like,
I'm
oh, you just
down, and this is what I'm saying, yo, nah, don't try to be down, because saying certain things can get you busting your chops, you know what I'm saying, like, don't look at me. And it's almost like when you go in the store and the Akis be like, "What up, my nigga?" Like, nah,
Yeah, that
yo,
happens
hold
too.
on,
Yeah,
yo, listen,
that
I'm
does
not.
happen. That does happen.
Listen, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not down. You know, and that's the only thing I'm saying. Now, if you down, you take everything that comes with this. And like I said, in the words of the late great Paul Mooney, everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my whole thing. Don't start trying to speak a different language when I come in and just straight up castigate me from the room. And it's
That's wild though.
yo,
That's a wild scenario because
like
that
yo,
is so blatant.
but
That's
they be
why I
doing
said
that though sometimes.
yeah,
Like, yo,
in
y'all
that
gotta be
case,
talking about me.
yeah, in that particular case, that's not just speaking Spanish per se. That's like a lot of different languages.
But that
Anytime somebody speaks another language in front of you and they speak your language,
yeah.
and the other parties in the room do also speak your language, then they're being rude.
It's like I seen a video of Johnny Dang where he was talking to Little Pump. He was like, my nigga. And I was like,
Oh,
did Johnny Dang just say my nigga? Like,
oh wow.
okay, like who's sanctioning this here? You
Yeah,
know what
who's
I'm saying?
sanctioning?
But again, sometimes they get so comfortable that they just start saying certain things and it's like, okay, nah, like you can't do that, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I've been raised around Puerto Rican people, Dominican people. I do not separate myself from them. I do not
Mm-mm.
say, oh, you're this and that. Like, we all come from the hood to struggle. We've known, I smashed a lot of they women, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just is
Oh,
what it
that's
is.
good. That's good to
And
know.
look, but even some of them are your complexion. They just speak Spanish,
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, there's a
right?
lot of like,
Right? So,
absolutely.
but some of them, if you ask them, are they black? They'll say no.
Now, this is going to be weird,
That's
but I'm going
deep.
to try to explain that in some way
Mm-hmm.
too. Like some of that can be there. There's a mixture of it being self-hate. Then there's also even when you ask Africans if they're black, they don't understand the question because it's like, of course we're black. Like that's not like the blackness doesn't mean it. Not to say it doesn't mean anything, but it's not the defining thing. So you can ask. I just saw an interview with Iman, who's
Mm-hmm.
Somali, and she said, she remembers that people were when she came to America, they would say like, "Oh, the black are the best." She was like, "What do you mean? Who's black? Like I don't understand." And she's like, "Oh, well, where I'm from, everybody's black. So we don't define ourselves as black people because all we see is black people. So I would just say I'm Iman. So I understand when people think like that. I think even my mother thinks like that because she's like, well, of course I'm black. So what does that mean?
And I think also when you say black, people automatically attribute black to African American.
That may be true too.
So
Yeah.
some
So
people
there's
be like,
yes,
I'm not African American, so I'm not black.
that
So
is correct.
because
So that
even at like most of the time Africans don't say they're African. They say the country they're from. Like,
they will say the
like
country.
yeah, yeah,
They
those
may
those
even
like
refer to ethnicity specifically.
yeah,
But
exactly.
that is
Especially
very
like
true.
I'm Igbo or
Yeah,
Europe or something like that. They won't be like
absolutely.
I'm African because
Mm,
some of them countries ain't rocking. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, yo,
I mean, even when we say Igbo and Yoruba, they're
guess
not gonna necessarily be like, "Oh, yeah, we the homies." Like
yeah,
some
yeah,
people
exactly.
take
They
it.
be like, tuh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like they'll
some people
like
are
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
they'll like white people more than them. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes like, yo, it's really that real. So nah, I cause so a dude is just in my DM and just writing me books about it, and I'm like, yo, my man, I'm standing on what I said. Like,
Right,
I
right.
understand what you're saying. In the
Yeah,
hood, we all raised together, so the word is used. I get it. I
yeah.
understand. I don't have a problem with it. But sometimes y'all really have to scale back because when it's a group of y'all start sometimes being separate.
Hmm.
So I remember I was in Staten Island. I was in the pizzeria. This is my 300-pound days where I was just very super duper duper aggressive, and I was just sitting there eating pizza, just very,
Aggressively,
yeah, just
aggressively
very,
eating
yeah. I
pizza.
was just very aggressive when I was that size, like just very, just very super aggressive, and
just in character.
yeah, I just remember just sitting there sprinkling my red pepper flakes and my garlic on my pizza,
That sounds good.
and I just kept hearing my nigga, my nigga, my nigga, my nigga, and I was like. And I looked over and it was a white kid saying that.
Oh, that's
So it
interesting.
was 4 white kids and a black kid.
That's very not New York.
And I was like, yo, what you just say? And I just seen him turn whiter than he already was. And the black kid said to me, he don't mean it like that. So I
Oh,
said to him, okay, how does a white person call you a nigga but don't mean it like that? Like how
yeah. What's being meant? Yeah.
like how is the term of endearment coming out of his mouth to you?
Hmm.
And then I also said, y'all got about 5 minutes to get out of this pizzeria. I'm gonna whip all y'all ass.
Oh, that's where the aggressive pizza.
Y'all got 5. I'm gonna give y'all maybe about 5 minutes to get up out of here. I'm gonna whip all y'all ass, and they all got up and left. But
Yeah, that's
that's
a good
just
call.
because I didn't get it. But this is what I'm saying. He didn't give him one end. He was just. I'm like, yo, you let him call you that?
It's
Oh,
like.
he don't mean it like that. Listen, I don't care what he mean it like. Y'all got 5 minutes to get up out of here. Y'all just take y'all pizza or your little, what's them little fried things? Zeppelis, is it however you pronounce that, or your cannolis, and get up out of here, cause I'm about to just bang all y'all heads together. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't get it, so a lot of times I don't understand, and I just say to people, anything that might offend you as a people, I just will just refrain from that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No, I think that's fair. That's just true.
Yeah.
I've been trying to live on like with those type of principles, especially as of late. Like if it's something that might, even if it doesn't, if it's not that important to me, if I feel like it's going to offend somebody, you just refrain. Like you said, it's not worth it.
Like even with people sexual preference, I used to not really care. Then I was just like, well, I don't gotta use those words. You know what I'm saying? Like because I don't care that
Mm-hmm.
much. And then and using certain words make it seem like I care.
Mm-hmm.
So now they want to combat me because they think I care, but I have to prove that I don't even care. Like if you gave homeboy dome, what that got to do with me? Like I don't care.
Yeah, I don't. I've never had an issue with
Yeah, but I
anyone. Yeah,
but
that's
in
what
my
they want.
youth, not knowing any better, I felt like I had to combat it or just say things. You understand what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But I will say this: the oversaturation of Billy Porter, it kind of bothers me a little bit because my thing is like, um, dear white America, you have to know like he's not our spokesman. Like you don't have to go to him for everything. Like it is other people you can
I
talk to.
I think that I can actually segue that into like it kind of goes back to what you were saying earlier about like Angela Bassett playing the mom and everything. So that becomes that type of thing where I would even wonder, and I would actually even ask Billy Porter, like sometimes do you ever feel like you don't have to ask me what the black people are thinking today? I mean, it's even like when a movie gets greenlit nowadays, it probably has to go through the lens of either Tyler Perry, Lena Waithe, or Issa Rae. And these are all phenomenal people. But at some point, they have to be saying to themselves, like, and you see what the work that they're doing is they are actually trying to empower others. But it's like all white people see are those three,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
a handful of other people. So I know that they have to be very self aware about it, but it has to be frustrating because, like, you guys are still doing the same thing. And now you're
So
asking me to gatekeep blackness
but
as a
you
black
don't think
person.
is that their job sometimes to say, well, talk to them. Like yesterday, honestly, yesterday I did a show and I was talking about black excellence. And
Mhm,
it's people who people think that I have a feud with or don't get along with. And these people have said bad things about me publicly, and I
mhm.
never really responded publicly disrespectfully. Or maybe I did that bothered them, whatever the case may be. Um, my thing was this. Uh if you're not gonna give me certain accolades, give it to them.
Yeah,
I'm okay with it. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't just keep us all out. Like, damn, let somebody into certain things. You know what I'm saying? Because how is black excellence?
mhm.
How is it not painted with a broad brush? Like, if we're all black and we're excellent,
Right.
how is it only you, and you? Like, why isn't it us? You understand what I'm saying? So I don't want to be like, we're great, but not y'all. You're not down with the club, and I just feel like when it comes to when they want to talk to, like, why they always go to Al Sharpton? Like,
Yeah. No, it's true.
like y'all talking to Al Sharpton?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when when the last time that nigga been to Nostrand or something like that? You understand what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know, when you speak to certain people, it has to be people who speak different languages to different people. And I feel like when it comes to certain things, I don't feel qualified. Like, being black does not qualify me to speak for certain
I
black people.
I think you bring up a very good point, and that's the thing. When I'm not qualified to speak on something, or I don't feel comfortable even discussing a subject or coming from a place of authority, I will tell people I do not know, or I am not the person that you should be talking to. I may even say you need to talk to her or you need to talk to him, and that's it. Some people are so wrapped up in the idea of looking the part that they try to become it, and they start to, parrot things, and they've kind of become these people that, am I okay, they're so enamored with the idea of being famous or being important that they lose sight of whatever the message is supposed to be, and that's a person that I never want to be.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, that's why I brought on Kareem Blizz Johnson. He knows politics when it comes to our
Hmm.
people. I'm gonna just keep it real with y'all. When like bipartisan, that's over my head. That's not what I'm into. Let me talk to the person that would know these things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And let me bring, not an expert per se, but somebody who's more versed in
Hmm.
this. And for me, I think a lot of times people just think that they could just go shoot from the hip because they're black. So like, so what's going on with black people? Well, in Bed-Stuy,
Right.
Brooklyn, and it's like, yo, my
And
man,
like that's a very broad question. So what's
yeah,
going on with
like,
black? I'm going to ask, what would you like to know? And, I'm going to speak on what I can tell you about what my opinion is or whatever the facts are regarding a specific situation. But people really be like, well, we're going to tell you right now what's going on with black people. I'm going to let you know. And it's just like, who are you?
yeah, and I just feel like the minute I go in there and I see the Crypt Keeper, aka Reverend Al, I'll be like, yo, why y'all keep asking him stuff? He doesn't know. Like he's not, again, for me, I don't know. Like, if you ask me what's going on in Clark, if you ask me what's going on in Howard, yo, I'm not a formally educated, I'm not a college kid. I don't know. I can't just talk about what's going on in the CUNYs and the SUNYs. And I don't know. But
Mm-hmm.
you have people who go in there and say, well, we need and we want. I'm like, yo, some niggas don't want that. Like, how do you just say what we all need? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's different people. Just like when it comes to other people, when it's certain, they go to certain people for certain things, but we have like one designated. You ready? We're gonna call you. We're gonna ask you some black stuff. Like, can you answer black
Hey
stuff? And
guys,
it's
it's
like,
Coco and I'm the black.
yeah, exactly. I'm the designated black and I know everything black. Anything black, just call me and I can answer. So, what do you eat? Well, we eat collard greens. You know what I'm saying? And we like pig feet. And it's like, yo, no, we have different cultures within our culture. And hip hop is a part of black culture, but it's
Hmm.
not black culture. Everybody's
Right.
not, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, I was on the phone with a telemarketer, not a telemarketer, setting up my business account for something. And the white girl said to me, she said, what is your, because they got to ask certain questions. She said, like, what is your company about? So I said, well, it's entertainment. It's called Doggie Diamonds TV and all that. She said, what's your website? I said, it's doggiediamondstv.com. She said, well, what is your YouTube? I said, well, it's Doggie Diamonds TV. She said, well, you're just keeping it real all around the board. And I'm like, keeping it real? Like, would you have said, yo, would you have said that to Norton? You would, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right,
right?
right, 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 right.
Like, you're just keeping it real. Like, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to talk to me like that. Like, don't talk to me like that. And
You know what? One thing I always tell people is when I have moments like that, because they happen, I just say, you know what? I don't require that.
yeah,
You, you,
like,
you can chill out. Like that's fine. I do not
relax.
require. Yeah, relax. You need to relax,
Yeah,
and that's
relax.
fine.
Like,
And then they'll kind of like reset, and they'll kind of get it like they're doing too much.
because I think a lot of stuff when it comes to us, they see us, they just start getting very stereotypical. Like, yo, pass
Yeah.
the blunt. And it's like, well, I don't smoke. But You don't
Exactly.
smoke? Like so you don't do this, that, and the third? Like this is like, yo, no, hold on. Somebody in here I think is a little off. So what I'm gonna do, oh, somebody already deleted him?
Oh, really? Oh,
Oh, hold on. View delete. Not view deleted message. View deleted. Just delete him, period. Just get him out of there. Yeah. But yeah, you know, that's my whole thing. So what I wanted to talk to somebody about before I go, the PPP kids. I'm gonna be real with you. Let me give you my opinion. Let me know what you think.
okay.
I hope they all get away with it. I'm just be real. I hope they all get away with it. Anybody who found a way to finesse the government and get some cheddar, like they owe pook. You know what I'm saying? So it is like they owe. So anybody who found a way to get money out of the government, I'm not mad at them. I don't think the list is funny. I don't think dudes calling on people. I don't think none of that is
I think
funny.
that's been happening. Yeah, people
Yeah, I
have been
think
doing it.
that's cowardice.
Hmm.
If somebody came up and whatever the and they found a way to do it, I don't have an issue with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not one of them people that's gonna be on some, yo, I yo, he got this and he got 50 racks because dudes is actually
They really are. Like
like
I seen something where they've been looking like
yeah,
I've been
like
seeing
dropping
things where
dime. Like,
yeah,
what
like
are we
pulling up the
doing?
list and throwing and putting lists online. Like people
I
have
don't
been
like
putting
it,
yeah.
man. I don't like it. I don't like the fact that a lot of these big corporations got bailed out.
Yep.
And when you investigate what the PPP funds was, it was a big lump of money that has to get handed out, right?
Yes.
So if Bar Kim found a way to get some money, I just don't care. Like, my man, get your bread. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't, because it's not it 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 don't bother me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna be in a situation where I'm like, yo, I'm telling, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yo, you foul.
No.
Yo, like the government, yo, they've done us dirty for so long. Like I just don't like it. Did some people go a little too far? See, one of the things that we do wrong is that when we do shit, we brag.
That's what I was gonna say. That
Yeah,
would have just been my thing. It's just like I think that I follow you on that, and you know I can root. There are times when you can sort of like root for the bad guy.
I
You
love
know,
rooting
it's you
for
know
the
so
bad
to
guys
speak. Yeah.
sometimes.
there
Like, who
there are
watches Batman for Batman? Like, I like the Joker. I like Bane.
right
I don't
right right
want
right.
Batman to win. I want Superman to get his ass whipped. Like, come on, man. Like,
But it's the guys that get online, the guys that rapped about it, and like they're getting their lyrics extracted and they're actually being used against them. Then I'm just like, well, I mean, it's like at this point, like you know, you did it to you.
but if they go down, they go down. But us as a people, man, I'll just be real with you. When we get caught up in stuff that didn't hurt you, didn't hurt your family, didn't hurt your women, didn't hit your children, we gotta stop laughing at certain things.
Yeah, I don't
Certain
be
things
like
is just not
you don't
funny.
see
Yeah,
me
it's not
laughing at
funny. Like,
mm,
you know, an idiot is can be funny, but
yeah,
I'm not gonna generalize. I'm not gonna meme it. I'm like, yo, because some people really got that bread and did what they needed to do and bigged up their dice. I'm cool. I'm happy with that. But then sometimes it's like, oh, I've seen people online talking about, yeah, I'm telling, or yo, I seen the list and you on this list and I searched the database. I'm like, yo, you don't even know who your real father is. Can you find your daddy?
oh well then.
Like, you don't even know who your real father is, but you have the time to search a database to see if this person got money?
Yeah,
Like, I just
that's
think
a
that
fact.
I just don't respect that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't respect any time that people found a way to get money out of the government and then you think they did something wrong. Like, we haven't got our reparations. We haven't got our 40 acres and the mule. We haven't got a lot of things. So if they found a way to get it,
Get it?
hey, get it. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
My only gripe might be you ain't bust no money with me, or you ain't, hit me up. But other than that, do you, homie. I'm never going to laugh at the demise of our people because them people have been white collar criminals they've been
Yeah.
finding
A
ways to.
lot of these crimes
Oh
have been,
my
yes, that's
God.
absolutely, there's a
When
lot
you
of examples.
do the research on like Wells Fargo
You
and
know,
all
even
types.
looking at like Madoff, you know, things like that even. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and you know, the Fire Festival and all type, like
Oh,
they've,
yes.
that's what
Biggest
I'm
grip.
saying. They have
We
done.
work.
And then I had somebody say to me, "Well, we're paying for that. You know, that's our taxes." Okay, so let me give you another one. Yeah, that you can say we're paying for that. It's the government, our taxes. But when they give foreign aid to these countries, you don't have a problem with that? How
Right.
is it that these countries could get foreign aid, but we can't get none and we live here? Why is your hospital bill 2 stacks for a
Exactly.
drip?
Had I not had that health insurance, I would be sitting on some real bad credit right now.
This is the point that I'm making. So anytime that our people found a way and educated themselves on things and found a way to come up, hey man, even if it's short lived, even if you had a good a hot boy summer or a hot girl summer and you gotta go to the pokey for a couple of months, hey man, some people rather have had it than never had it at all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not mad at you, but I'm not going to be in a situation where I'm think it's funny that you're good, because I'm like, yo, we really be laughing at our demise. We really be thinking it's funny. And then, like I said, I seen certain people that was like, yo, I'm telling, like
Yeah.
I'm searching the database and I'm reporting people, and I'm like, yo, y'all
Co-
serious?
You ever see when they NY1 and stuff, they'll put up like, you know, Crime Stoppers. Like if you recognize this person that robbed, you be looking like, yo, you know damn well everybody know who that is. You who really gonna pick up the phone? Y'all better not pick up that damn phone.
But yo, the people, I ain't gonna front. The people who robbed Safari's crib recently, like y'all kind of
Yeah,
foul, man. Like
that's foul.
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't like home invasions. I don't
Yeah.
like yo, man.
That's telling people that you believe that you deserve what they've earned more than they did, like in a very, very personal way.
Let me tell you something. If I'm in a crib and people break in my house and I'm home, oh man,
Yeah.
you listen.
About to be
You
it's
would
about to
think
be
it's Fourth
GTA
of July.
or Call of Duty.
You would think I'm in there playing
I'll
Call
be
of
like,
Duty or
right,
something, because at
what's
the end
going
of it all,
on?
like yo, you know, and this is just me. I
Yeah,
said this today. I've never looked and said this individual has a car, a home, a woman, a jewelry, a jacket, a pair of sneakers, and I feel like I should have that.
yeah,
I just don't. I never been like that when I was younger, and I was very, very ignorant, dumb, starving, and yo, we used to rob the Chinese man, but we really used to eat the food. Like we didn't rob him for wreck and knock him out and stuff like
yeah.
that. It was just like, yo, snatch the food and yo, like, what you got? Yo, I got a chicken and broccoli and I got some shrimp roll. You know, we literally would get the pizza man to eat. Just to
Mhm.
just go in somebody's house and just rummaging through their shit and you.
That's also traumatizing. That's something that stays with people forever,
I
you
would
know?
move. I personally
Yeah,
would move.
yeah, that's horrible
I would feel
to
like
put
I
somebody
couldn't
through
live
that.
it. But then when you put a like a electrocuting fence around your house, it's like cruel. But
Yeah.
how do I stop people from robbing my home?
Mhm.
Now, many of us have a lot of valuables. Like, you know, you work hard for stuff. Imagine you just come home and somebody just took your gold chain, or somebody took, you know, a watch that your mother gave you that was your grandmother's, and you see them and they're like, come on, man.
Again, for me, it's personal because that person believes that they deserve it more than you. Like, I don't even understand I don't understand how people feel jealous of other people. If I see something in someone that I would desire, for me, that becomes aspirational. I'm motivated by that person. Like, wow, I cannot wait to get to their level. I'd love to even just talk to them and engage them so I can understand how they got to be so successful. I would never look at them like, yo, I'm gonna take that chain or I'm gonna make sure that I get their car. Like I can't make sense of that mentality.
You know what's funny? With me, I can't think of anything that anybody has right now that I want. It's just
Hmm.
me. Like
Yeah. Hmm.
I don't care about cars, and I'm just at the
Hmm.
point where I work so hard in my life that I can really afford whatever I want. That's within
Hmm.
my means. You know,
Yeah, sure,
so
sure. Hmm.
so when I say, damn, I want a new car, I don't say, well, I gotta get that Beamer of 9040 because I want to shit on Star Mail and them. Like, because a lot of times people do stuff just to say what how they're gonna outdo somebody. But my thing is, how am I trying to outdo broke people?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, I could come through.
There's also, and I don't say that to necessarily like satiate or like, make people feel better, but a lot of times you really don't know to what level people are living outside of their means. So yes, that person might have a Range Rover, they may have on like, $5,000 worth of outfits, but like their credit might be shot to hell. They got everything on fucking quad pay. You know what I'm saying? Like literally everything
What's
in their
quad
life
pay?
is an installment.
What's quad
That
pay?
is an
Oh, like
installment
a firm?
program
Oh,
that
okay,
they
okay,
have.
yeah.
Yeah, yes, it's an installment program that they have on these sites where they'll be like, like, hey, do you want these $500 shoes? Oh, well, you can have them in 4 easy payments. See, I don't live the 4 easy payments life. If I cannot pay for it, then it's not for me, and
Yo,
9 times out of 10, it ain't for me.
and what makes you what makes you say it so ill? I used to go to the jewelry store, and I had an affinity for jewelry at one point, and
Mhm.
I remember going to the jewelry. I look at new bracelets, and sometimes I still like want to go look at a bracelet. There's something about the way that jewelry looks in the light. They got
Yeah.
special lights that make them diamonds do something to you. It's very hypnotic. So I would go
Like,
in the jewelry store, and I would look at stuff, and I'd be like, damn, that bracelet is fire. And I'd be like, how much is that? And they'd be like 10,000. I'm like, I gotta get that bracelet. And they was like, well, put something down on it. Put a hundred
right.
dollars. And I'm like, 100. So what I owe you?
Mm-hmm.
9,900. Like, what are we doing? But I realized that was the move of, if they get 20 people to put $100 down, nobody's coming back. So they
I
make
used
two
to have a,
stacks. Yeah, so I was like, hold on, listen. And
I,
then my mentality was, if I can't walk away with it, I don't need to be trying to buy it.
I used to have a homegirl that would literally lose like furniture, jewelry, clothes, shoes, everything to layaway, like just religiously. And I'd be
Yeah.
like, yo, you gotta stop trying to get these things. It's not gonna work. But she would miss payments, whatever, then she would forfeit whatever balance that she put in. This was something that she always, when we were growing up, she would always deal with. And I'm like, yo, that's why I always said layaway is not even for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I can't afford it,
Mm-hmm.
yo, better luck next time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's funny because when you get older and you have a certain responsibility to yourself and
Mm-hmm.
a certain responsibility to people around you, you start understanding the shit you didn't need. You like, yo, man, I
Yo, you
remember,
love
man.
it. Mm-hmm.
Like, damn, I used to. I remember you needed sneakers. You wanted sneakers, and I'm like, yo, and you was like, yo, man, I just can't be spending all this on those shoes. You know what I'm saying? And then remember, you finally got the pink sneakers, and they was a
Yes.
little bit more than what you normally spent.
Yeah,
And
I
I'm
was
like,
like,
yeah, but I'm like, yo, get the kicks. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I remember one day I saw you one day. You said, listen, all right, your clothes are too big. You need new clothes. You have to go get new clothes. You can't keep wearing those big clothes.
yeah,
But in my mind, I was like, I ain't getting no new clothes. Like, they're paying $90 for pants with holes in them. Like, I'm
yeah,
confused. Like,
that come with the holes.
yeah, like it came prepackaged with this. Like, these they're paying $100 with pants with no knees in them. Like, what? I don't know where to get clothes from. Like, so I just wear these
And
old.
that's a bridge too far. That wasn't the suggestion to get the
No,
holes.
no, yeah, you
But
were just saying
yeah,
get clothes that fit. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Because I was
That's
still
all.
wearing size 44s and all that stuff like
Right.
that. But I'm like, yo, hold on. But where do I get clothes from? Like, when I go look for clothes, these clothes have no knees. Like, so it's not even full garment. Like, I'm paying $100 for a little bit of the garment. Like, what are we doing? And then it's like, these are reggae pants. Like, these
Reggae
yeah,
pants.
like these, like these clothes look like the clothes that, like, these are like Jamaican clothes. Like, I don't want to wear this. So I when I first started having to shop, I was stuck. I was like, damn, well,
Yeah.
damn, where do I get clothes from? Then I was like, oh, okay. Levi's are not holy,
I,
and
I was
this.
just about to say Levi's is
Yeah,
always
like okay, I gotta
real
wear
close.
Levi's, and then I started, realizing that I can get cargos, and then I was like, hold up, some of these cargos are like $25. I'm gonna get some of these cargos. You know what I'm saying? And but I just couldn't. I couldn't like I couldn't fathom how much are those? Two what? How many pairs I get? One pair?
And
Oh
then these
no.
people they don't wash their jeans.
Nada. I said
They they freeze them
so what do you mean?
right next to their steaks and their freezers. These Japanese denims these people have that folks are paying like $2,000 for. They're not supposed to wash them. They crease them or whatever they do. They put them under their beds, whatever. They wear them and they wear them and they wear them and then they put them in the freezer. I've had a lot of conversations with these fashionistas, just wondering how this is the case. Because I wash my clothes.
What about the developing ass funk that just is going to happen? It's just natural.
It adds character to the fabric.
Oh really? Who said that?
But see, I think when you freeze them, I think the freeze takes the ass funk out. I think. I don't know.
So
I
so
think
so
it's
so, so,
freeze is for breeze.
so let me get this straight. Your jeans is gonna be next to your chicken patties in the freezer and shit like that. Like your broccoli, you
Yes,
got broccoli,
broccoli,
jeans.
spinach, chopped onions, and jeans.
Which I
Yes.
will say, if somebody's eating broccoli and you walk in a room and you don't know they're eating broccoli, you're gonna be
Yeah.
like, "Yo, one of y'all in here stink." I don't
I
know who.
Many years ago I used to work somewhere. This lady used to microwave broccoli every day, and it was just like death.
No, like yo, my man, you're gonna have to stop. So freezing pants. Listen, I'm. But for what though? To say, yo, I got frozen pants or I froze my pants. See, this is what I don't understand with people. Like, I'm really not at the stage of my life, and I can actually afford some stuff. I
Yeah,
just
I
feel
mean,
like
I've never been I've
yeah, I
never
feel like
been
I
rich
got
like that.
jerked.
I
Like
yeah,
I
I've
like
never gotten that. Yeah.
like I'm not the dude to just get beat to say I got beat and be like, yo, look, I got beat. Like, huh? Like
Also, I mean, if you're, and I'm sure you're aware, with women's fashion, like we can wear like a $20 outfit. Like maybe
this
you
is
put a
what I
little more into the bag or
that's
the
what I'm
shoes, maybe, right?
saying. Like
But women,
I
no,
got
we
on
do
like
not.
this $400 tracksuit, and I'm trying to holler at a chick that went to Rainbow and got on like a whole $17 get up, like the
No,
whole
I could
outfit.
go to Rainbow today, and the outfit would be $11.50.
Coco, could I tell the world? Coco buys T-shirts from Children's
Yeah,
Place.
I go to a children's place on my t-shirts. Yeah, and they'll be like $5. Now, there's
It's just not
obviously
fair.
reasons I could do that, but I go to the children's place and I
She
buy all
gets
my
T-shirts
t-shirts,
from
all my
Children's
graphic,
Place.
all my,
It's not fair. And you
all
sitting
my graphic.
there
Yep,
with a
$3
with a
t-shirts,
with a
$4.
purple label and
Yeah,
a $80 Latigra and all this stuff on and a polo. She's and this is my thing. You're trying to holler at a chick who outfit is based off accessorizing.
yeah,
Like she
yeah,
really took a $4 t-shirt and cut it and tied it in places, and you want to smash, but you are, you got on the finest.
yeah. The Yves Saint Laurent drip. Okay, I mean that's nice.
See, this is my thing, right? For me, being that I wash my clothes, I wear the same thing in different interviews too. Like I
Yeah,
like
me
I'm
too.
not gonna yeah, I'm not gonna be on no, oh, I had that on in that interview to
Yeah.
discard that. No, no, no. That's what the washing machine is for.
Hmm.
Throw some snuggle in there or something like that, or some downy, you know what I'm saying? And some dryish. Well,
Snuggle
yeah,
gang.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I found this good smelling detergent too, man. And but now the washing machines you got to use HE detergent, but you find you a good smelling detergent. You put some you put some good smelling detergent. You got these little crystals now you can put in there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And some fabric softener, and your clothes are gonna smell good.
it smells great.
I'm not gonna be the person who had on this shirt and then I'm throwing it away because I can't wear it anymore. No, I'm gonna get this shit off till the name starts peeling off, and then I'm
Yeah.
not gonna wear it anymore. And then they sell clothes that are wild dingy. Like I'm like, you
Yeah, they're
bought
not,
that
yeah.
like that?
Yeah, exactly.
Like you ever went in like Target? They have like AC/DC shirts that, or like an
With
Old
the holes in
Navy.
them already, like, too, like, they look, like,
Yeah, but they
tattered
look
and
wild dingy. Like
yeah.
I'm not buying no dingy clothes.
Yeah.
But dingy is in, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, nah, this is just wild dingy. Like when you go to H&M and stuff like that, like H&M, some of the clothes just be like, who put this plan together? You know what I'm saying? But who put this together? So yeah, I think tomorrow's Friday, right? All day.
Tomorrow is Friday, yes.
Yo, I literally did on my, because I got an Apple Watch too. Did I tell you I got an Apple
You
Watch
did
and
not tell me you got an Apple Watch. That
yeah,
sounds
I got an
wild to me
Apple
right
Watch
now.
and a Galaxy Watch. So I'm just,
Okay, so yeah, I was gonna say what happened to the Galaxy. So you over here
so
double
yeah,
watching
yeah. So this is for this phone,
for yeah,
and this is
I know
for
you
the
got the
other
two phones,
phone.
the
Yeah.
two. Hmm.
So I literally did 1,075 calories. I worked out for 137 minutes, and I stood for 13 hours.
That's amazing.
But that was the gym today. I went to the gym.
I'm I'm upgrading my my Galaxy Watch. I think I'm definitely gonna get an Apple Watch. I feel weird about it, but I finally have to just get it.
Well, I got all both of them. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
both.
Yeah, I got all both of them. Shout out to my brother Mel. You know what I'm saying? I got all both of them, and I definitely for exercise purposes, oh, and I did about 15,376 steps. But
That's
when,
awesome.
yeah, yeah, so I just be just walk around and just
Oh, so you must just you must just went up and down once on Broadway Junction steps.
nah, but yo, remember I used to do the junction and I would take my bike. I never used to take the escalator.
I never do. Yeah, just
Yeah,
as principle.
I used to
I just
just I used to just do my bike and all that. Somebody said I'm just old. Why? Because I don't like holy pants. I don't like
yeah.
tight
I don't.
pants. Like,
Yeah, I don't even wear holy pants.
yo, and it's another thing too, and this is a good segue before we go. I think this is very essential and important. I think that we're the only people, our people who this age thing we really, really are infatuated.
I think it's unfortunate. Like I
Yeah,
think like we should not be counting people out because they're older for one, and I think that I think that and older people shouldn't be condescending towards younger people. We can all learn something from each other. Like there's a such thing as like even like teaching or coaching up, and I believe in that too.
but
There's a lot to learn and glean from children.
they'll look at Cher and say she's beautiful for her
Right.
age, but
But our culture, we don't do that.
yeah,
You're
but
right.
but Gladys Knight need to sit her old ass down now. This is what
Right.
we do to
Which
each
is
other.
crazy. Well, yeah,
Yeah,
that's so
like
true. It's so crazy.
Cher and Barbara
That is
Streisand
so true.
and
Oh my God.
Babs can go throw a concert. Yeah, I remember I was walking.
Babs.
I'm
That's
telling
right.
you, one day
That's
I
what they be,
went.
that's what they be called that. That's true. They
This is
call
what
it
I'm
Babs.
saying. One day I went to shopping stop. I used to take my walks over, go to shopping stop, by the
Yeah.
Barclays, and I seen a certain demographic of people, and I was like, I bet you Barbara Streisand is in that Barclays Center. And it's just shot in the dark. So, you know me, I randomly talk to people because I like to ask.
He really does
Yeah, like
randomly
I
talk
randomly
to
talk to people,
anybody. Yes.
anybody in the street. And I love to ask white people what their dog names are because their dog names be human names. It'd be like, and if you ever listen, people, when you go outside tomorrow and you see a white person, ask them what's the name of their dog. Their dog name is gonna be like Stanley, and like they don't like we're
David.
like Smokey, Spot, Bear,
Yeah.
and Killer. They're like, what's the dog name? Oh, that's Daphne, and it's like Daphne,
A
like
dog named
yeah.
Daphne.
So I'm telling you, so they name their dog human names. This. I'm telling you, I'm not just saying this. Ask any white person what their dog name is. They have, like that's Darren. And it's like, Darren? Like the dog name is Darren? Like, but when I went and I was walking and I seen this white lady and I said, so who's in the Barclays? She was like, Babs is in there. And I was like, yo, I'm like, yo, I knew it. I knew Barbara
This had
Streisand was
Babs
in there.
energy.
But now, Pete, oh, you got a dog named Tiger and you white. Hey, you are a minority. Ask your uncles or somebody in your family. But look, so I'm saying all that because Barbara Streisand, who probably hasn't even made music in years,
Mhm.
she's done movies.
Mhm.
She's old. She's old as you
She's
know.
old.
I think
Yeah.
her and Jesus was in kindergarten together. She's that old.
She's up there. She's
Yeah.
old.
So she's old, but when she does things, her people, and then she's done things like "This Is My Final Concert" and lied. Remember, they were mad about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But she's done things, and they come out in droves for her. Like Babs is there. And it was young and old, and like AC/DC and Mick Jagger, and they come out for them,
Low
right?
key, I would go to a Babs concert. I'm not gonna
This
lie.
is what I'm saying. But she's the headliner. She don't need a open. She don't need an opening act. She doesn't need none of that. It's Babs, Bette Midler, one of them. They're coming for. They don't need opening acts.
No, they don't.
But if it says Mary J. Blige, it has to be Mary J. Blige and Jagged Edge and Jodeci and New Edition, because it takes a lot for people to say, "I'm just gonna go see Mary." Who else
That,
is there? You understand what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that's sad. That's sad.
And when Mary does certain things, it's like Mary knows she need to sit her old ass down. That's
But
what we
remember, she
say.
was upset because people were calling her auntie. She's like, I don't like y'all calling me auntie all the time.
This is the point I'm
Mhm.
making, because that, that like the connotation of you're old.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I think that's I don't like it. Now, we live to age. I have no issue with getting older. I do age appropriate things.
Hmm.
I don't wear my pants off my butt. I don't do, young nigga shit. Like, certain things is for the little dudes. I let them have that. But we're in a situation where
You don't do
we
TikTok dances?
no, I don't. I have a look. I have a TikTok, but my TikTok is for promo.
Yeah.
And it, it's funny. I was thinking about this the day before yesterday. I was like, it's funny how with us everything is like a damn joke in the play.
Hmm.
But these Kardashians and Jenners are billionaires.
Yeah, they are.
Like
Massive
they
wealth.
don't even do some of the stuff that we
Yeah.
think we got to do to get on. Like they're kind of like almost exclusive. You know what I'm saying? Like they pop in, and when you see them, it's always some type of venture. And like,
Hmm.
how are they billionaires? But our women almost like got to do nigga shit to be noticed. It kind of bothers me because I'm like, everybody's on TikTok doing voiceovers, and and I'm gonna tell you, I'm a very harsh critic. It takes a lot to make me laugh. Certain things
Hmm.
just ain't funny to me. I just be like, that shit ain't
Like,
funny.
really?
Like,
Hmm.
yeah, like that's not funny. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But before we go, oh, I'm gonna talk to you about this behind the scene because Coco, your what is it with you in the toilet bowl memes? I have to ask you that because give him, first of all, give him your Instagram.
At Cocoa Puff, K-U-K, I can't say that.
Like how it is
At
on the
Cocoa
screen.
Puff, Kokupuff, just like it is on the screen. It's Cocoa Puff, and also on Twitter, on my Instagram. So with me, I'm not necessarily very active on Instagram in terms of just like daily posting, but on my stories, I
Yeah.
post a lot of crazy ass memes. But I got into this weird rabbit hole of toilet bowls.
I don't get Coco will post a toilet bowl that has like a stove next to it and a sink and a refrigerator. But it's like, so is
It's an
it like a,
apartment.
yeah, it's like, is it like
It's for rent,
a
and it's
kitchen
gonna.
room? Then she posts this.
Somebody said it's called Cathrooms.
Yeah, then you posted this thing where they had mad tissue everywhere. Like
Yeah.
like
Yeah, it was rolls.
you
Just get up.
dropping a deuce, you're never gonna
Yeah.
run out of tissue because it was tissue here. Like,
Yeah.
is there a specific place where you get these things, or you just come across them? You ain't
I,
gotta reveal the secret, but What do we?
I find them. I
Okay.
have some places. I have some Old Faithfuls, and sometimes some people bring them to me.
Yeah, cause I'm just really like confused. I'm like,
My favorite one today is it looks like somebody was probably having a dinner party. So in the bathroom they have their tomato sauce or whatever, their salsa, and their salad and their bowls in the bathroom. I said, "Oh, that's interesting."
no. I don't want to. The bowl is at the bottom of the steps. Like, so what do you
Yeah.
do? Like, walk down the stairs and just drop your deuce and then go back up the stairs? Like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
what are we
That's
doing?
exactly it.
So if y'all
I like
could,
the carpeted ones.
yeah, because you can't have carpet in your bathroom. Like, what are we doing? Like, but remember, people used to have them toilet bowl covers with like
I
rug
was
on
telling
it.
people
Like,
that
what is that?
people did not they didn't remember that, and I was like, "Yo, there was a time when even the cover of the toilet bowl had
Was
rug on it."
rug.
I remember that.
Yes, it was rug.
Yeah.
It was the rug that went on the toilet bowl cover. It
Yes,
was
the whole
rug that
thing.
went on the top, and it was a
Yes.
rug that went. It was like a nice little linen set in one of them reggae restaurants on Nostrand and on Fulton. You could get that right over there. Then
Yes.
they even had the toilet bowl with the money in it.
Oh
You
yeah, the
remember that
money with the
one?
resin. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, I
yeah,
remember the money ones. My next
like
door neighbor had those.
TMI. So that means you had to go like, yo, you see the toilet, my G. Oh, and when you invite people in your house, like, and they want to use the bathroom, sometimes listen by the door. Like, well, they don't really have these anymore like they used to, but your medicine cabinet should not be opening when somebody goes to use your
I don't
bathroom.
understand that. Yeah, why people
Like,
open up people's
if
medicine
for some
cabinets.
reason medicine cabinets are mad squeaky. You know
They
what I'm
are.
saying? So it's like,
If I had one, I would put an alarm on it.
this is what I'm saying. Like, yo, my man, did
That is
you?
very weird about people.
Yeah, like, you go in there and then you see some like some type of some hemorrhoid cream or something like that, or you see some type of like yeast infection cream, and it's like,
It's like, how's this going for you?
yeah, like well, like yeah, it's kind of itchy in here. You know what I'm saying?
Less I know, the better, and I am not a curious person
yo,
at all.
that's what you know. It's a question that freaks me out when somebody dies and people be like, how did they die? What fucking difference do it make? Like, I never asked that question. I never asked people how did somebody die. Like,
I don't. Yeah.
that's just kind of morbid to me. Even though I like
Yeah.
Final Destination, I like Saw, I like hacker films, I like
It's not an important question.
yeah, like, how did they die? They died from what? Like, they died not minding their fucking business. That's how they died. Now, if you want to die, you keep not minding your business. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, anyway, people said I don't trust people who look into my medicine cabinet. Like, cause you're just not supposed to.
You're
You know
not
what I'm
supposed to do
saying?
that. I would never do that.
Like you really will probably have people who go in your bathroom and step on your scale. Like, that's just
Yeah,
violation, my G.
yeah.
Because
Even
like,
that to me is weird.
like it's
Yeah.
like you when you go in people's house, to me, you're supposed to take your shoes off. Uh, some people don't track outside around their house. And
No,
people,
I have house clothes.
yeah,
I don't
like,
even have outside. I take
exactly. Yeah,
everything.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. When you
Yeah.
come in the house, you just can't just
Hmm.
have that. You just can't have that A train on your bed. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just
Not the
like,
A train.
yeah, you
No, no,
can't have
no.
that 25 on, the 26 or
No, not the
25 on
26.
your. But yeah, I don't like when people like just go, damn, I gained weight. Like, how you know? Nah, you got a scale in there. Yo, you stepped on my scale. Yo, you stepped on my you stepped on my scale. Like, what are we
Yes,
doing?
that's great.
Like, yo, you stepped on my scale, or somebody go in your refrigerator, like, yo, I drink them. Like, yo, you went in my fridge. Like, what are we doing here? Oh, nah, I wanted some water, and I seen
I
this.
hate when people come over your house. And bro, I don't really have company like that. I really am not a company person. But I hear people come over your house and just start opening up cabinets. Like, you can't do that. Don't go in my kitchen going through shit. Like,
The,
who are you?
yo, don't even sit on nobody's bed. Like,
Don't do
sitting on
no
people, like when
no.
people sit on your pillows or your bed, it's just violation. Like, even if you got one room and you just have like a bed, I'm gonna just sit on the floor. Especially a dude bed. I'm not sitting on no dude
Yeah.
bed. Like, it
Nah,
just,
no, no. I get you. No, I don't sit on people's bed. I would just, I would sit on the floor and people would be like, why you sit on the floor? I wouldn't sit on your bed.
yo,
You know?
we had a rule with women: don't sit on my bed. If you sit on the bed, that is like, you know, like the wink of.
You're inviting yourself
Yeah,
to it.
it was just the truth. And I remember me and my cousin were talking about this, where, you know, girls would come say, "What's that rule you said about your bed?" Oh, really? You don't
Then they'll
play.
just plop on it.
Yeah, like don't play. Like you don't play. Like the rule is the rule. You know what I'm saying? You know, all invitations. I'm coming to the party. You know what I'm saying? But so what's going on with your YouTube though? Have you been active?
I have not been active on YouTube. I've been actually trying to figure out what I want to do with YouTube. I just haven't really been active on it.
Well, based off of what you do on the gram with those pictures, I think you should bring that to YouTube. I think that'll be
Bring
funny.
it right, bring it back.
Yeah, what you're doing in your stories, bring that to YouTube.
Oh, I see.
That's a
Oh,
whole, you know, I don't want to say too much because, you know, mom could be biting, but
yeah, yeah.
it's a whole genre of, it's almost like white humor
Yes.
that, you know, can cross over, that, you know, everything is not fun, like funny to us, but if it made
Yeah.
me laugh, I think white people will laugh. Because I don't, you know, I don't, like I said, I don't laugh at everything, but when, again, if I see like a toilet that, yo, why is the toilet next to the couch? Like, what's happening here? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I see a toilet next to a love seat, I'm like, yo, hold on, yo, like the toilet is next to a lawn chair, and
Yeah.
and the TV is right there. Like, what are we doing? But it's not a.
What's
But what
happening?
I'm saying to y'all, it's not a bathroom. It's not in the bathroom. It's in a very weird place. So I think,
It'd be like a bedroom with a toilet in it.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
just
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would somebody said don't leave your trash in my house. It's like don't come to my house drinking something and
Mm-hmm.
leave it, or just eat food and be like, cause I'm gonna be real with you. Certain things I don't throw in the garbage. I like
Yeah.
put it in a bag. You know, us black people, we have like 80 shopping bags. You know,
Yeah.
like all the Target and Walmart bags or garbage bags. I actually take stuff, put it in that bag, and take it outside. Like I don't believe that should go in the garbage can.
I agree with you. I
Especially
like,
any
yes,
old
there's
food, like yo, nah, just take that
no.
outside with you.
Yeah, you just operate in a way that you never accumulate anything that's going to attract anything. So it's
like
just like we're just
beer
into being
bottles.
clean.
Like what are we doing?
Yeah.
But black
Yeah.
people, we do have like a straight up area with mad shopping bags, like
Yeah.
7,000 Target
But
bags.
we can
So
but we can get them down. That 7,000 can get down to a like about a size of looking like 5.
yo, look,
We can get them down to like
when they had that bag shortage, I'm like, huh.
no, that wasn't a
I'm
problem
not
for me.
paying you 5 cents. I'm going to just
Exactly.
go in the crib and come with my own bag. And then they started saying it wasn't sanitary. I don't recycle.
You don't recycle?
No, we don't recycle. Some
Oh my
places
God, I recycle. I'm that kind of person. I recycle.
so
I
you
won't
taking
leave. Yeah.
cans back to the store? Recycle?
Well, more so like separate, and I mean, I make sure that my recyclables are separated.
No, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I used to take cans back because
Oh
you're
no,
like,
I
hold
was
up,
going.
I got $25.
Now, see, I've done that before. Cause yeah, especially when I was like when I at my brokest, I would take the cans back because like I saw, I was like, why are we putting
I
this
got
oil in the
money.
trash when you
And
can
I
get
still
the? Well, no, that's how the yeah, that's how the
$25,
rich.
$25. Look,
Listen, the rich. That's how the rich get richer.
look,
So I'm yeah.
I got something called shop kicks. That every time you
Oh,
remember I was telling you, every
you
time you
tell me
walk in
about
the
that.
store, you get kicks. I just got $5 off in Target today. My bill was $11. No, it was 16. It became 11.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very frugal. That's
Mm-hmm.
why one thing about me, but listen, I'm not going to spend no unnecessary money. I'm not going to front. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing that. Now I'm saying I'm not going to be wearing Zoobly Zoos on my feet or nothing like that. Like I'm not that frugal. Like, but
Yeah,
I'm
but
also not going to be like, oh,
points,
what are those foam
rewards.
posits?
Hmm.
250? Let me get them in the size 10
Yeah, I
and a
don't.
half. I'm like,
That's not for me either. That's not hot.
250? That's about 3 pairs of sneakers for me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I used to wonder why the older people used to dress a certain way. I fully understand it now.
Right, exactly.
You know what
There's
I'm
a good
saying?
sometimes in your life you just don't care.
Yeah, because like you know, you look like I said, my pops would have like on a flannel, and that was like his coat, and I'm like, my nigga, you ain't cold. And it is like I talked about this the other night, like how black men don't be cold. Like yo, you ain't cold. Like they will go outside with like a flannel and a hoodie on. Like that's their coat. Like yo, you don't have no coat. Like where's your coat? and they never turn the heat on in the house. But that's like that's a whole nother thing. So yeah, I want everybody to follow Koku
Please.
on Zoobly Zoos. I show that I'm 40. But follow you on I want everybody to follow you on Instagram. Um if you go in there in your DMs and tell her that she's beautiful and all that stuff, you can do all that shit, but you're gonna get curved.
You're
So
gonna get curved.
yeah, you're going to get curved. You know, and yeah, that's really it. But you need to bring your YouTube back, and
I will.
we need to do more crazy show. And this was very impromptu, y'all. Like I hit her up literally like 9 o'clock and was like,
Like,
"Yo,
what you
you want to
doing? Like,
jump
yo,
on
you
Skype?"
ready?
Yeah, let's go on 9:30. And being that she does the black film thing, is there something specific they can see you on that, or is it every now and then? Like, how does that work?
Well, right now there's some different things going on with the social side, but just on if they go to the website blackfilm.com, you can see my interviews and things, or just go to my IMDb page.
Do you have on the black film? Do you have a section or something? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, it's you. You can click my name and then see all my interviews.
Exactly. Okay,
You can do it like that. Yes, I'm sorry.
blackfilm.com.
Yes, blackfilm.com.
They don't have a YouTube though.
Right now, the YouTube is like it's a second YouTube. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
So yeah, IMDb. I gotta do that too. Fix my
Yeah,
IMDb.
fix the IMDb.
I
Yeah, if
gotta
you go to
do that.
IMDb, look up Kokutona. My name is Kokutona. Tona, the last name. You'll see all my interviews on there as well.
Yo, with these people, not my chat room, but with some people, if you don't put the link in their face, pause, they're just like,
They just won't.
I ain't searching for that shit. I got X videos saved. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh,
they
right.
yeah, like they ain't searching. So sometimes I'll be like, yo, go look for this. They'll be like,
I
yeah,
think
all
if you
right.
Google Cocoa Puff, it's just gonna pull my shit up. To be honest.
Hey, somebody
Yeah.
said dudes be perked up and they hot as hell. Yeah.
That's true.
I've never taken a Percocet in my life.
I have gotten it prescribed to me because I had got like a minor surgery, and it just that little bit of it, I was like, yo, I don't want to be high like that. Like I don't understand that.
Yo,
So I
anything
just
that's gonna make me be like this,
yeah, it's not
what's the
yeah
point? Like I
yeah.
didn't wake up to be
I
like
don't
that.
understand the draw of that. So I actually decided to I just dealt with the pain, and I was okay with the pain because at that point I knew when the pain was subsiding, I was getting better.
You know what
It sounds crazy, but that's just the reality.
you know what's funny too? When
Mm,
anything that makes me drowsy scares
mm.
the hell out of me. I feel like I'm
Absolutely.
gonna die.
So to do that on purpose and then to hit the streets like just
Yo, I've seen dudes say, anybody got any Benadryl?
oh, that's crazy. That's
Like
wild.
dudes are taking Benadryl.
That's
Like
real fitness right there.
I
Benadryl,
didn't I didn't know the effects of Benadryl.
it makes you drowsy.
One time I used the detergent Tide.
Mhm.
So I can't everybody can use Tide. Certain different Tide. Remember Tide used to be powder, right?
Yeah, yes.
So I used Tide on a shirt and it gave me the creeps. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, hold on, like I'm wild itchy. And I
Yeah, because
remember,
people are allergic to it.
yeah, I didn't know that. So I caught the creeps. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I'm wild itchy. So I remember going to the ER and they was like, well, we don't know what to do. So they gave me Benadryl. Yo, and I didn't even make it home. I was just like, yo, man. I'm like, yo, hold on, man. Nah, I ain't supposed to feel like this, man. Like
Yeah, it's very
I'm
groggy.
just
You're not
very
supposed to drive. Mhm.
yo, I'm just like really just dope fiend. Like I'm just nodding off. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I was like, never again. Like and then now I think they make non-drowsy, but hey, I don't trust y'all now as a staff record label on the crew. You know what I'm
No.
saying? But yeah, I caught the creeps. But yeah, it's almost midnight. I'm gonna sign you out, close out the show, and
Cool.
I will build with you later on. If y'all want Coco to come back on, I want y'all to hit her up, give us some topics. Sometimes we can talk about some real crazy stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it is what it is. So yo, I'll
I'm
holler at
already
you.
here, guys.
Yeah,
So if
I'll
you want
holler.
me to come back, I'll come back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they probably gonna want you back because that's niggas gonna nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I'll holler at you later on. Thank you for joining me tonight.
Thank you. Later, guys.
All right, y'all. So yeah, that was Coco. She joined me tonight. Yeah, we just shot the shit per se and just really just talk. And make sure you follow her. You see how the name was spelled. Hold on, before we go, you see how the name was spelled. So that's her name, Ko KUPUFF on Instagram. So just follow her on Instagram. Let her know that you seen her. She's my original host of everything. If anybody who know me and you've been dealing with me for years, she's my original host of everything. So that's why me and her could just talk and just build and just have fun. This wasn't a show. We could have really went crazy on the topics and sensationalize some stuff, but we didn't do that. We just really just kicking it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Coco, and she's built for this too. You come at Coco, she will definitely roast, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, hit her up. Follow her on Instagram and like that. Yo, as far as me, I'm out of here. Captain Tazariak is tomorrow. Definitely. I'm out of here. I'll holler at y'all later on. Peace. Make sure you click subscribe, youtube.com/Doggie Diamonds TV. Until next time, peace. Oh, and another thing, before I go, make sure y'all follow me on social media too. Doggie Diamonds on everything too. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat. I'm really, really active on Twitter and Instagram. But Twitter, yeah. Twitter. All right, now I'm out.